What's good, yo? We back, RT.
Oh, we're good though.
There you go.
All right.
What's good, yo? We back, RTTV
Podcast.
And we back with episode 11 today.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
11 is the big 11. You know why? Because
11's the big 11.
7-11, 11's a lucky number.
It's almost 12 for Tom Brady. That's something Evan would say.
I appreciate you shouting out my birthday. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to your birthday, 7-11.
Yes, sir.
But episode 11 today, we're ranking the top 10 fights in all anime today.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
So it's going to get heated. It's going to get lit. But before we get into that, we're going to run through some announcements that we got for you guys.
Talk to him.
So you already know, first off, what we got coming?
We got a bunch of things coming, man. We have a new TV series like One Piece live action.
Yes,
we
sir.
got Ahsoka coming.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We have tons of new movies coming to our movie channel as
Yes,
well.
sir.
We just had a new movie drop on the movie channel today.
Which movie was that?
Is it the best?
Across the Spider-Verse, the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Talk
So
so
make sure you
nice.
guys go to RTTV Reacts to check out our reaction to Across the Spider-Verse, and also the full reaction is now available on our Patreon. So check that out too.
Fendi, we was watched a hell of a movie today too, yo. Real talk, the biggest blood in history. My boy Shanks, yo.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Film red?
Film red.
red.
Whole lot of red.
So we got Foam Red incoming.
Yeah.
And this weekend, make sure you stay tuned. RTTV Extra, we got the FIBA USA game versus Salvalek, whatever it's Slovenia.
He said Salavalek.
With-
I'm not gonna lie, the way he pronounced it sounded like a real country.
Hell of a
Put him in that Hamlet.
with Luca. So make sure you guys check this out this weekend. And
Yep.
on RTTV Extra, we also dropped the Creed movie reaction. So
Yeah.
we'll be covering a lot of sports movies on RTTV Extra, and we got a sports show and a sports anime we'll be doing there too. So
Yes, sir.
make sure you keep it locked. RTTV Extra News.
And make sure you keep it locked. We are live tomorrow on RTTV5 on Twitch. We're watching week 1 of the preseason. Whoa, the word pre.
Today, Junior.
Hey, yo, I almost called preseason Sakalamekia real quick. I ain't know real quick, yo. But we got preseason first game tomorrow. We got Mac Jones, CJ Stroud. It's going to be a lit friggin' game. Make sure you pull up all this, man. Football season's going to be fire.
And yo, I just want to say that I'm also have a couple channel with Taylor and stuff like that. Y'all know that we're reacting to Game of Thrones and Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah.
But I want to speak to this about RTTV because this weekend I'm gonna be doing something with Team Wells, and I just want to say that Team Wells is gonna dominate the views on RTTV. All right, Team Patrick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know. My team might have something to say about that right there.
Tell your
feel
team that
me?
Team Wells is coming.
Yeah, they know jiu-jitsu.
That was a bar. That was a bar.
You gonna let the people know about.
What about Jujutsu Kaisen? The fact that we got weekly uploads of Jujutsu Kaisen going into season 2. Right now, we're doing season 1 right now, so you guys can lock in with us, man. We got early super reactions on Patreon right now. And then, yo, you got to stay tuned with us because we're going to be doing more series to wipe out that team right there. You feel me? Team Wells, you feel me? We got to show that y'all love that we're going to revisit, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Facts.
And then you already know I'm going to have my own team as well. We're going to be coming at the end of this month. So, guys, we got a bunch of new teams we'll have bringing new reactions to you guys from some of your favorite shows that we've done in the past.
Yep.
But, as RTTV, we are a big reaction channel. We want to put people on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like the way I put Evan on every music he knows, we going to put people on the show. So
He said he put you on
Some-
Kid Cudi.
some of your favorite anime, some of your favorite shows from Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
from Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
from Death Note, from
Yeah.
One Punch Man, from My Hero, and even One Piece, and so much more shows we're going to reintroduce to new people with your favorites, us hosting it.
Facts.
So stay tuned for that. That's a lot to look forward to. But guys, I think it's officially time.
I think it is.
Well, do you have a system you want to do this in, or?
Yeah, so all right, so unlike our previous list type podcasts that we've done in the past, where we had to decide on 10 and as a team, today we're gonna have to present our own top 10 fights of all anime, and Jerry has 5 fairy tale fights on there.
I heard. And you know what Evan has?
What?
He has every Rukia fight that Evan
He has every Rukia fight. Big
I just
Rook.
better see a Usopp fight on there.
yeah.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
for every Rukia fight that he has on there, he yells "Big Rook" in
This-
capital letters. Like I saw it, I seen it.
This is all I will say.
What you will see?
I'm not gonna say my list yet, but if Usopp were to be on that list, I'll let you know right now. Any One Piece best fight list you find,
Yep.
Usopp versus Luffy on that list. Anyone you find, not just one, not just two. Go find one that ain't got it on there.
My boy has
Big
been doing. My boy has been doing his research.
Yeah.
That means he
He's
went
like,
through
am I gonna look
every
stupid with
list.
this?
Yeah.
I had to make sure. You
And
know
that's
what I'm saying?
cap though.
It
I'm
is.
just saying,
It
yeah.
is.
No.
It's
real.
emotionally, I
No,
guess. top up
bro.
there.
Just a heads up. It'd be like top 3. Like, I'm just letting you know. It'd be like
And you
top
made
3.
every single one of those websites. But yeah, can we start off with honorable mentions before we get into the actual 10 or nah?
Oh yeah, let's do that. So yeah, let's do a round of 2 honorable mentions. We'll do 1-1-1. And by the way, when we're listing the animes, we're gonna start like with 10, obviously, and then everybody says their 10.
Yep.
Say their piece about it, and then move on 9, 8, same, along that way.
Yeah, bet.
So who wants to start with honorable mentions?
Quick question.
Yeah.
In order for us to read the people's top 10, list that they have, what do they need to do?
What do they need to do?
Well, if you're in our super chats today, if you send anything over $20, we will read any of your super chats, your top 10, so that we can know what y'all top 10 list is. Because y'all going to hear what our top 10 is. I know y'all have some opinions. So if you have your opinion and you want to let yours be heard, any $20 super chats today, we're going to read your top 10.
And before we get into it, guys, make sure whatever you do right now, you stop and like this video right now.
Facts.
Stop it and like it up right now. Let's go.
All right, who wants to start? You want me to start? So
Anime King.
I basically have 2 top 10 lists, right? The one.
Yo,
When he said that earlier, I was dying.
you got to tell the creator.
Oh,
one
so
and
you
then
know
the
what's
one
crazy?
that
When you
use
said that
for
earlier, I thought you were
everybody
joking.
else.
Nah, he was
Nah, I'm
dead
dead
ass.
ass because everybody knows one of my favorite animes, right? Naruto, and I think Naruto has the best fights in all anime. Period, right? So my list was like dominated by those picks. So I just wanted to be a little bit more diverse. So today I'm going to be sharing my list of top 10 with one entry in the list of each anime.
Of each anime.
Yeah, of each anime.
I definitely have. Let me see. I think I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I like doubled up on the show. If I did, I forgot.
Oh, I definitely doubled up on one.
Let me see.
According
I did it.
according to you, I tripled up on one. So
Tripled up is crazy.
no, I said according. I said
Fairy
according
tale
to
heavy.
Wells. According to Wells, I tripled up on one. I ain't say I
Oh,
tripled
okay. I
up
thought you
on
said you
one.
did.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Go ahead, Wells.
So my honorable mention in this part, I would say, for this version, I would say the final fight in that movie is Sword of the Stranger.
Me too.
Really?
Dead ass. Everything I love.
My boy, yo, I love Patrick, yo.
Real talk.
That's an honorable mention.
Yeah, that's an honorable mention.
Yeah, I was gonna put it within the 10, but then I had 12 all together, and I'm like, damn, I can't put it in 10, but I'll definitely put an honorable mention though. But you got it within your 10, huh?
No.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
No,
the way you
just-
said, I thought you was like,
No, I thought you had it in your 10 and he had an honorable mention.
no, I got honorable
I
mention.
never seen that one. I got.
Yeah, that's a fire anime movie.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like the animation was amazing. The choreography and stuff was amazing. Like, you know, we're big fans of sword type of animes and stuff like that. So I feel like that was one of those things that definitely like was top of the totem pole of a sword combating fight.
Yeah, and it's funny because I watched that first time with you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah,
Who
second
wants to go
one?
next? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
No,
two.
we'll go.
Just
We'll
honorable
go.
mention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one. We'll go around
Okay.
two times. Yeah.
Okay.
My honorable mention is Trunks versus I think is it Frieza's dad and Cooler or Frieza and his dad?
Frieza and his dad.
Yeah.
When he chopped him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
That was a good one.
I just like certain fights. I like Mike Tyson type of fights when it's done in the first round.
I feel you.
That's like a knockout to me.
But I mean, I already have my one with Wells, so I'll just say my other one. It comes from Cowboy Bebop, and it's Spike versus Vicious. Y'all know the vibes. If y'all Cowboy Bebop fans, you know that's one of the illest fights throughout that series. I'm talking about the one that they fought within a cathedral. That was fantastic. Score, everything lit as hell. Classic animation, classic anime.
Facts. My honorable mention is Deku versus Bakugo.
Oh, I
Deku
like
versus
that one.
Bakugo, you feel me?
That's a great fight.
That was a really good fight, which I know because that one didn't make it, the one that did make it, y'all gonna have some shit to say, but y'all will get there later.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, so I got 2 honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is Deku versus
Overall?
Todoroki.
Oh, Todoroki.
Okay.
Festival?
Yeah.
That was a firefight.
Yep.
And my second one, I was gonna put this. So I was struggling between this one, but I had to put it as an honorable mention. Was Vegeta and Goku versus Broly in the Broly movie.
Oh, the newest Broly movie.
That's tough. Cause that's a fun.
That could be in the top 10.
That's what I'm
great.
saying.
I
It was
forgot
tough.
about that.
It-
That
it
could have
was
made
tough,
my
but
list.
Yeah, like by this much.
Yeah.
By this much.
Damn. That's honorable mention for me mentally. 'Cause I forgot about that right there. That's a good ass fight right there.
I didn't go see that anime movie with y'all.
You was a
Oh my
coming.
God,
Yo,
Evan, you missed
Evan,
out.
Evan,
Bro,
you missed
nah,
out
no
on
cap,
life, bro.
No cap. I remember y'all was like, yo, you want to go to the movie? I'm like, nah. And yo, they came home from that movie. Like I don't know what it was, bro. Oh my God. Yo, but then this happened.
Nah, but you.
now you're bugging,
I don't think
son.
you would never feel that way because we grew up with that.
Yeah,
movie.
you would
that's
have the same
why.
appreciation.
I feel you, but
No,
put it
that's
this
why.
way. It's like, you
It's
know
like
how,
20. It's like 25 years of what you see walking out. That's why you
Yeah.
wouldn't get like. It's like years of like. That's how everyone's first anime.
I'm glad you missed out.
you know, like
It wasn't
that,
worth
like,
Why you got
It was FOMO.
It wasn't
for
worth
me.
it.
It was FOMO for me. Like it was like, you know, like sometimes you miss something. And it might have not been that great, but you're just like, damn, I wish I was there for that. They look so excited.
Yep.
I just wanted to be as excited as you.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, when your friends do something amazing, you want to do something amazing with your friends.
I feel you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They just, yeah.
Nah, I'm saying even if you win, you
I'm
still
saying,
want to
you're
have
saying
fun.
I wouldn't have got the same feeling. I agree.
Nah, facts.
I agree.
Yeah, because seeing
Because you should
Vegeta
watch
go-
the first Broly movie to even go into that one.
Yeah.
To be like, that's why so
Facts.
much more. I was like, yo, and then it was just seeing Dragon Ball. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z episode as a kid with everyone in theater, and I might as that was my top 10. So I mean, that's
Okay,
why, yeah,
word.
literally that.
Oh, that
No.
one was it.
Oh,
That's
that
why
was
I
your
was about
number
to. I'm
10?
about to even get to speaking about it. That's why I'm like, because I thought I said it for a second.
Well, let me give my other. I have 3 honorable mentions here. I just want
Is
to
that how much?
3 other honorable
Let's round
mentions.
off. Let's round
it's,
off.
Naruto versus Pain, Saitama versus Genos, and Chrollo versus the Zoldycks. Those are like honorable mentions that I wish they made it on the list.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That means your list is
Fantastic
crazy.
fights.
And I get what you did.
Cause Saitama, that was one I was thinking about. Saitama versus Genos. I feel like that was one of the first, like the fights within One Punch Man. I was like, nah, this show's fire. It's not just a satirical type of show. It's actually like a fire ass fighting show right here. So definitely lit as hell.
Another honorable mention for me though. Ichigo versus Byakuya.
Oh,
Oh, when he
bro.
first said
Zabimaru or
Sink.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Scatter.
yeah,
That's
he
a
went
sink.
crazy.
He did it against Renji first, but like he
Yeah,
used his
yeah.
Bankai.
That
against
was
Yeah, he used his
hard.
Bankai, and then, like Ichigo had to like really perfect his Bankai in that moment because at that time he had just trained, I think, with Kisuke.
Yeah,
And he
and he
came
went
back.
turned into like Hollow Ichigo.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's a good fight though. That's a good fight.
definitely was.
You have one more honorable mention though.
But it was the sort of the
You
same.
said it, remember?
You already said it. That was one of mine, and the other one was
Oh yeah, you
Vicious
did
and
say
Spike.
That. You did say that. My
Yeah.
bad. All right, Rob. So number 10, you said your number 10 was what?
Goku versus Broly. And no, Vegito versus Broly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was I say that because it definitely it had years of build up on it. The process of seeing the new Broly in 2020 compared to Broly in the past. I mean Broly in the past, and I just think that seeing it in the movie theater definitely puts an edge over a lot of shows. The only thing is the storyline wasn't the craziest to me. It was a good storyline, but comparable to other, like I think storylines have to add to fight scenes. So I think that's the only reason why I put it at 10 because the storyline was the only weak part to me of the fight because it was really just I'm fighting because I'm out of control and then I'm tricked. Like it just was like Frieza trying to control something, so I didn't like that aspect of it, but I just love the graphics. I love the animation. I love the speed where it was taking you through the snow. The location of the snow in itself was just fire, and I think them breaking through ice. I also like Superman, and if you watch a lot of Krypton or Superman stuff, his Fortress of Solitude, they always fight there, so it also gave me like that aspect of it. So it was a lot of emotions and feelings I got into it, but overall, I think it's definitely number 10 from the whole Dragon Ball Z entire series. I think I think it's hard for the past fights to I have one. I think it's tough for the past fights to be on here, and I don't have any of the past fights on this list due to the animation. But that broadly seen A1.
So it would have been higher on your list if it had more of a
storyline
towards it. Yeah. Nah, I feel like that fight right there was so ill, man.
Went crazy.
Yeah, it was so ill because I feel like it showed the the evolution of Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, wow, this is like my childhood, but in this new generation with new generation animation, it was just perfect, yeah.
And I feel like it was fresh off like Dragon Ball Super's hype. Like,
yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
the Tournament of Power, Goku going Ultra Instinct. You knew that, like, yo, like I gotta go see this movie based on the animation, just alone that we seen in the anime. So,
and I feel like the presentation of it was amazing too, especially like, even though technically this isn't part of. Well, I guess it is part of the fight when Vegeta went Super Saiyan God. And everybody in that theater went crazy. First of all, that's one of the greatest moments that you've ever missed in movie theater moments of all time. Like, when Vegeta turned Super Saiyan God, everybody in that theater went crazy.
Nuts,
yeah,
They
ridiculous.
went nuts, bro. It was amazing. It's amazing.
Is it me?
and before we continue, I just wanted to hear like, is y'all list comprised just of like great animation? I know, Robbie, you said yours animation and storytelling. You know what I'm saying? So like, is everybody's kind of the same thing, or like?
No.
So what's your?
Mine is comprised of
straight
like
smoke.
Nah, my fault. Like it's a combination of things. Like iconic. Like did it break like the mold or the like just break the internet or whatever at that time frame? Did it build up to what it was? The animation obviously. So it's different factors that come into it for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely got different factors too. Like some of the ones like I went back to rewatch, like the emotion it portrayed, the actual animation style. Like I feel like towards the top of my list, I think animation was much more important to me. But like on the beginning of my list, I feel like it was a lot more about like what that meant to the story and how it was a lot of things like surprised me and shit like that. So
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's a little bit of everything. So it's animation, it's story, and just overall how it made me feel at the end of the day, you know? Like,
Okay.
even if it's older animation, I think when I watch stuff, especially with some of my tastes in anime, you know, like feeling has a lot to do with why I watch that anime, what it's doing for me in the moment mentally, or what it's helping me get through. So, yeah.
and most of these, when I go through my list, you can go back and watch our reactions to these specific moments, and you can see why I picked them as well. Like these, like I feel like I almost remember reacting to every one of these and what happened while we did it.
Yeah, I feel you. There's certain ones that I put on this because I'm like, yeah, I remember when we reacted, we bugged out.
Yeah, like it was crazy.
For sure. How about you, Wells? Why?
I did. Mine's is a mixture of kind of everything. Like there's a lot of like nostalgia in some of my picks. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's how it made me feel at the moment, where some of these characters were when these fights happened, what it meant. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think mine's is more on that realm.
Okay.
So, all right. So who wants to go on in at number 10?
I could go, yo. So, somebody said it right. I think you said Dekugo versus Bakugo.
Yeah.
2. They fought twice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but I think that's what you was referring to, right?
Yeah. Cause that
2.
cause that reaction, I remember to this day. We bugged out. We jumping out the chair, especially when Bakugo spun around and did some crazy shit, bro. That was sick, yo. And like I felt like that was one of the ones that like it was going back and forth. We didn't even know who was gonna win until it actually ended and stuff like that. So that right there, I'll never forget that fight. I feel like the animation was cold, and I felt like the story of both of them just always being rivals and having a moment to just duke it out was definitely like it was one of those moments in the anime that needed to happen because everybody that watched the show always look forward to when like Deku and Bakugo go head up.
Who won that fight again?
Why are we talking about that? Like,
Wait,
why we
who
gotta
won
talk about
that
who won the
fight?
Huh?
Why we Pat was like, you know
matter?
what happened at the end? Like,
Why
yo, are
does
you
it
hiding
matter?
the fact? Yo, who won that fight, Pat?
Yo, Bakugo won that fight, bro.
Damn right he did. Yeah, damn right he did. One. Like what?
Barely.
Barely.
Yeah,
Come on,
barely.
bro. He didn't barely win that.
That
bro.
wasn't an ass whooping, bro.
That wasn't an
That wasn't an ass whooping. Cut it out.
That was not a W-ish. Ash whooping.
That's why he had his neck
That's not
on.
what that was.
He had his foot on his neck or something, bro. He sunned him. He sunned him.
Man.
At the end of it, yeah, but we're not gonna act like the whole
an
time he
ass
was whooping his
whooping?
ass, bro. Deku got some good hits in B. That's when
a good fight.
Bakugo got in his head like, damn, yo, Deku really ain't a pushover, B.
All I'm saying is Bakugo's the GOAT.
Oh, alright.
That's a good pick, though.
Good looks.
That's a
looks,
good.
looks.
That's
Yeah.
a good pick.
You know,
I like your
that's
number
a
10,
good
Pat.
pick. That's
Thanks,
a good
man.
pick, man.
Thanks.
That's a good pick.
Shout out to Bakugo and Deku, yo. Deku was crying less too. It was a good day over at My Hero.
Facts. So it's me.
That's
Yeah.
you, man.
All right, man. So my number 10. This is honestly the first fight I rewatched yesterday. And I just remember being like, damn, why did I not feel like this when I watched it? Like, damn, like I gotta go rewatch like this feeling. And I'm like, I have Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, Gilgamesh versus Shiru Emiya at the end, where he wins the Holy Grail War. And the only reason for this, if you go back and watch it, bro, the build up in the score, and like us all watching it, I remember it was like Gilgamesh is like, he's God. Like, bro, how you gonna
Yeah.
put it? He's the master of servants, bro. How we finna beat this guy?
Yep.
And Shiru Emiya, the only reason it's really this far down to is because there's no reason for his level up. Like, I can't remember how they exactly explained how Shiru got it, but it was like something like he was bad at magic, so his swords were rigid enough to like. It was like some weird way that they explained it, bro.
I forgot how it was, but it was more so like because he knew he would eventually be like.
Yeah, because he's eventually going to be that servant in the future and stuff like that.
So he knew
that-
he was capable of doing it.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
along the
Because
lines.
I know like his magic like wasn't as strong, but he was able to beat him because of that. Because they're the same. It was like crazy, but like watching the way Gilgamesh was talking his shit, bro. And when Shiru finally was like, he stops like the swords in the air, bro. She breaks all of them. Gilgamesh's face was like, he had to just give up. Like at the end of it, he's just like,
You got
all right,
that.
bet, bro.
Okay, you got that.
All right, you got it, bro. And I was just like, I remember watching like Face Day Night, and Emiya was so trash, bro. So like for him to have that moment watching it yesterday, the way they built it up with the score, I was like, nah, I gotta make the list.
That's a good one.
You just made the list.
Although when we was watching it, Evan hated that
Nah,
show.
no
Yeah,
cap.
yeah,
No
did.
cap. But I
He
said that at the
did, bro.
beginning. I
I'm
said, why did I
baby.
not feel this way when I watched this? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna front. Like this is the only one. Like when I said earlier, like I remember the reaction. This is the only one where I'm like, it probably wasn't like that. But watching it yesterday, I'm like, damn, why wasn't it like that?
How high was it when you seen it in other people's top 10? You seen it in a lot of people's top 10?
Nah,
Nah?
I
Okay.
actually didn't. And as you know, it's crazy. The place that I actually seen it one time, and it wasn't in the top 10. It was
Okay.
like I think it was like 15 or something like that in the list that I saw.
All right. Jerry, what fairy tale fight you got for us?
You know what's crazy? Number 10 is actually a fairy tale.
Really?
Yo, how
Yeah,
did
it
you
really
know?
is.
Well,
I can
And-
read, Joe.
and,
No, I don't want to say
nah,
that. Hold on.
it-
Wait a second.
He
Wait a
knows
second.
his show.
It's funny.
know it's alright
It's funny because, like I said, like a lot of I watch things off of feeling.
Yeah.
Right. Full disclosure, this is actually my only fairy tale fight that's on this list. But I had to give it to, and I had to put them on this list. Yo, Natsu and Gajeel versus Laxus.
was a
Nah,
fire
that's a good
fight.
fight.
And
That's a good
fire
fight.
part of the reason why, like, even watching it again, right? And people gonna talk they junk. I don't care. Watching it again, the one thing that made me happy about it was in fights like that, it's usually like, all right, because the main character knocked out this character at this point, he's automatically the winner, right? And people would say that was a one-on-one. But the fact that in the show that they actually acknowledged, like, it was really me and Natsu, it was really Gajeel and Natsu versus Laxus, and it was a tie, that's growth. And that's like, you don't see that in a lot of animes where it's like, hey, we're gonna be like, hey, it's me and this person, and it's a tie. Like, for example, when you brought up Ichigo versus Kenpachi.
Yep.
Yeah, the anime hold Kenpachi. That's all I'm gonna say.
With this one, it was just like, and it was just a great fight. And all, it really took 4 people to even put any type of dent into Laxus because he was beating on everybody back to back to back to back to back. And also, I also gotta give kudos to Gajeel in that fight because if it wasn't for Gajeel, Natsu would have been dead.
fried.
He would have been fried. So that's my number 10.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And that was a good fight because, Loxus, he whooped Mystigan's ass so bad, he revealed himself.
That's the biggest cat I've ever heard in my life, bro. My boy just
Is that your favorite character?
He really just hit off his mask. He was like, "You guys know who I am? Hi."
Urza was like, "Oh my Jalal."
I won't front. I never seen.
That was so trash.
Pat's recent picks of favorite characters have been going out absolutely. Yo, I never seen Hell's Paradise. I never seen such stress. Yo, that's my favorite. Killed. Well, nah, he killed him. That's my favorite. Murked. Wait, well, that's.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, he had a team hop like four times in one
I got
show.
a confession. Like when you said you liked Michigan internally, I was laughing at you. Like every reaction that you said that you rocked with Michigan, I was just laughing at you in my mind. I'm like, yo, that's his favorite character.
Guys, this is the type of friend I got right here, man.
And by the way,
yeah,
guys,
Moto died. It's crazy.
the only reason why we're speaking about this fight, is because we reacted to it. It's obviously not out on anywhere yet, but we're pretty shot in advance in our shows right now. So that's the only reason why we're talking about it. We haven't been spoiled.
Yeah. You want to go through our supers?
I was about to say we have $120 super chat right now. Let me see.
$20 super chat. Woo!
Starting for today, let's get it. For $4.99, Doodlehead Cootie Queen said, "Tell Wellesley Pooh, by the way, whoever is voting for reincarnated as a slime is a boring human being." Oh, so they're talking about our poll on Patreon.
Yeah.
So make sure if you're on our Patreon, you go vote right now for our next anime. We got like how many right now?
We got like 10 we're voting for right now. We're gonna narrow it down to less and less until we get 2 and decide.
Okay. So make sure y'all go vote for that right now. We got Dark.
Just let them know, yo. We got Berserk. We got Ace of Diamonds, reincarnated as a slime. Magi, which I voted for. Gintama, Sword Art Online, Monster, Neon Genesis, Dr. Stone, and Stray Dog.
Bungo Stray Dogs.
Stray Dog. So if you guys want to vote, go to our Patreon right now. If you see any of these shows you want, go to it right now and vote before it's too late.
Stone,
Dr.
please.
Stone. I actually really want to watch Dr. Stone, yo.
I've heard good things.
We got Dark King 131 donated $5 and said, "Fate Heaven's Field got 2 fights that are top 5. If you don't know, now you know. Can't wait for y'all to see them." Malik Lima donated $2 and said, "When the out of pocket questions coming back?" That was a funny ass segment. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a funny ass segment, yo.
Donate for your out of pocket questions, yeah.
Yeah, straight like that, yo. Wait, what's the number for out of pocket question now? 1,000. We got Jaxel Irizarry. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Donated $5 and said, "Hope Luffy versus Lucci or Katakuri is on there." Here also, please add only 1 fight for each series to make it fair, guys. I don't think we're gonna do that, so don't worry. I know mine got more. And then our first $20 super chat. Shout out Wildcard95. His top 10 is 1 Saber versus Ryder, Fate 3.
Woo.
Okay. Naruto versus Sasuke, 2.
Okay.
Goku versus Vegeta, 1.
Nice.
So their first fight. Number 4 is Miriam versus Netero.
Nice.
Number 5 is Yusuke versus Tagoro.
Yeah!
Number 6 is Gohan versus Cell.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good
That's
list
a
right
good
here.
one. Gohan versus Cell. That's great.
Number 7 is Levi versus the Beast Titan.
That's another good one.
That's a good one.
That's
right
a good
That's a
Nope.
slaughter.
Number 8 is Madara versus everybody.
Yes.
That's a great
That's
great
a good list right here.
Wow.
Number 9 is Kide versus Kiritsugu.
Yeah.
Firefight too.
Yeah.
That was, that's the
Yeah.
end of phase 0, right?
Yeah.
And then number 10 is Asta and Yami versus Dante.
Dante. That's a solid list.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
solid list.
There we go.
That's a solid list.
I don't
That's a solid
disagree
list.
with that list whatsoever. That's nice.
There we go.
All right.
All right, we back.
All right, so it's on my top 10 right now. So my number 10. So my number 10 pick on top 10 anime fights of all time. Number 10 is Kaneki versus Jason. I don't know you guys didn't watch. Some of you
Okay,
didn't
no.
watch.
Yep,
Some of you didn't watch Tokyo
yep,
Ghoul.
yep,
But just to put
yep.
it into perspective, you finished season 1, right? Okay. So I feel like in this situation, I said there was a lot of nostalgia and a lot of like reasons on why I picked my pick. So in this case, I feel like when I was watching Tokyo Ghoul, I was in this era where the only anime I was watching really consistently was Naruto because I've been watching this as a kid. So like I would Google things like best animes out right now. What should I watch? You know what I'm saying? Like, so Tokyo Ghoul was up there, and when I found Tokyo Ghoul and I watched season 1, I felt like it made me fall in love with just discovering more anime and trying to get back this feeling I got, because Kaneki, not to spoil it too much, but he was in a very bad situation at the time. You know what I'm saying? And to see his win and how savage the win was at the end, it was like I just seen a baby turn into a real savage of a monster.
I will say that that's not on my list, but that fight is definitely one of my favorite moments in anime of all time.
Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things that I've, in a series of episodes, that's one of the craziest things that I've seen in all of anime. So I'm actually happy that you put that on your list.
No, I'm surprised. That was definitely a crazy fight, but I didn't expect them to put that. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is what it meant to me too, and and even like I still think that that Tokyo Ghoul intro is probably like top 3 anime openings
Top
of all
one.
time. It could you could argue it's top 1. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and the way they cued in that song at the perfect time, I think it's just like a goated fight. Yo, you
That
gotta
was
know the
magical.
words, bro. Yo,
Yo,
what
he
was
wants to look back at you like
that?
Martin Lawrence, like, man, we usually only do the chorus.
All right. So that was everybody shared their top 10s, man.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody, just comment in the chat right now who you think had the best number 10 pick, man.
I don't like how you just called my man's
You
name.
caught that,
I
right?
didn't like that.
He said,
You said we just did our number 10 pick, and Patrick said, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't say it, ma'am.
I looked at the camera like, yeah. If you got it, you got it.
That bro said 0 Japanese words.
You really did say
I didn't say
nothing,
nothing,
bro. Sound like a baby.
In Jerry's defense, though, we all got them songs that we don't really know the words, but we just go with it. Like, you definitely gonna miss like a couple of million, but you hit the shit so much that people be like, yeah, that's how it go, because don't nobody know how it go necessarily. You know?
If
Y'all
we let
act like,
Jerry-
y'all act like y'all don't go to the club and be singing words that y'all don't know the words to.
Nah,
Be
for
singing
sure.
words that y'all don't know the words to.
If
Wow.
we let Jerry keep singing there, he would have hit the folks.
Yo, and I would have hit that, and I would have hit that jaw. I would have been like,
Rob's number 10 was Vegito versus Broly.
Broly.
Yeah. For those that are asking. So
They said bro spoke in hieroglyphics. It's crazy.
He was reading the polyglyphs.
that was some insidious language right there. I don't know, man.
He's still yeah, we should have never let him watch Evil Dead, bro.
We should have never let him watch Evil Dead. That's a fact.
Jerry Evan.
don't watch scary movies around me. True play for real.
Yeah, so I seen a lot of Evan too. Jerry.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shane.
Yeah, who any moderators in here that can make a poll?
I can make a poll right here.
Yeah, make a poll.
I
I
just
mean,
don't think we could put all 5 of us, but I could try it.
Yeah, the limit's 4.
the limit's 4.
The limit's 4.
Damn it! The limit is 4, guys. It says I think Evan got this round. That was Gogeta. Yeah, you know I get them confused all the time too.
Yeah, Vegito is the one with the earrings.
Yeah, Gogeta.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
only
nah,
4,
he
unfortunately.
fought Vegeta. I'm pretty sure he fought Vegeta.
Nah, he fought Gogeta. Vegito's the one with the earrings.
Didn't he have earrings?
They did the
did.
fusion.
Nah, they
There
did
wasn't
the
a fusion
fusion
dance. Yeah.
That one was a
Nah,
fusion
bro, they
dance.
had earrings.
Nah, that was
No,
one
they
that
had
had
earrings.
earrings.
Yo,
They had
I
earrings.
remember they had earrings.
They had
They had
earrings
earrings?
because they didn't do the
Vegito, bro.
dance, bro.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
had
I
earrings.
know, but
Check
like,
it.
hold on, wait, because Gogeta
I
is the
remember
one
when
with the vest, and then Vegito is the one with the blue and
Yeah, everybody
with
was
the blue
saying
and orange.
Gogeta
It's
during- when you
Gogeta.
said
If
it.
it's
I
a
just
vest,
I just know they had
even-
earrings.
Even if
That's
they
all I
had
know. I just
earrings,
know
if
that.
it's a vest, it's 1,000% Gogeta.
So they had a vest and the earrings then, bro.
Yeah, I know they had earrings.
They had
Oh,
earrings.
yeah.
So I know.
Oh, yeah.
They
If
didn't.
it's a
They didn't
vest,
bust a dance on that
It's
one.
the vest. If it's a vest, then it's Gogeta.
Yeah,
So that's weird.
it is.
Yeah, that is weird.
The whole chat's lying. All right, let's go to number 9.
Yeah, number 9. I don't know how we're gonna do the poll. I guess we can't do the poll. But.
Unfortunately, yeah, because it was only 4.
Okay, all right. So number 9, you want to set it off again, Rob, or you want to go somewhere else?
No, we go somewhere else.
All right, I can start off with number 9.
Okay.
Number 9. This one was already spoken about in this conversation so far, and it was Ichigo versus Kenpachi.
Nah, B. Nah, I just wanted to say
Oh,
that.
all right.
'cause
Wait, we
Robin-
talked about that?
Jerry brought it up.
He brought it up
Yeah,
briefly.
Jerry brought it up in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
fairy tale.
Trash.
Oh,
Thank
baby.
you, yeah.
Trash.
I feel like Kenpachi was hold. He definitely won. He killed Ichigo, number 1, and then Ichigo fell first, and then Kenpachi fell, and then they want to say that Ichigo won the fight. I don't think so, but whatever. I guess it's.
You won't even go by the fighter himself. He's calling
It's
Kenpachi
crazy,
a liar.
right? Yo,
Not us.
Kenpachi's
They
a
telling- they telling
liar.
The president at fault that he's a liar.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the anime said these things. I'm not gonna go by that though. I'm gonna go on the fact that you
Yo,
know.
that's like watching the Super Bowl and
No,
somebody
you-
wins and you're like, nah, they didn't win because that's what they told me. But nah, no bullshit, the Eagles won.
So half of my arguments will Evan be that.
Yeah.
Nope, to me, nope, not to me. That's another thing. Nah, to me, no, I don't think so. To me, though, nah, not to me, not to me.
No. Robbie was
Like,
speaking
this is
opinion and
facts,
be like, nah,
not
take
to
my
me.
opinion, take my
Not to
opinion.
me, not to me.
That's hilarious.
That's what Joel Larry just did. He said,
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
I'm saying is this.
Yeah, no, and
and
that's
I
what you
respect
want.
that someone says that. They're just like, yo, I don't care what this is what I respect.
Yeah,
it.
I truly believe that Kenpachi won that. I feel like that was the fight because when we watched Bleach that first run through, that was the first time I watched Bleach too.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for Kenpachi. I heard he was a cool character or stuff like that from my brother. And then just seeing him go to work, I seen him fight against Komamura and what's the blind dude's name?
With the,
Damn.
Tosin.
Tosin.
Yeah,
I know the
seen him fight two captains at once and destroyed them too. I'm like, yo, this guy's a GOAT. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And especially what he did in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc
Oof.
against Unohana and
Yeah.
stuff. Although Unohana, okay. And then
People
yeah,
should watch it right now. It's alright.
yeah.
You can say it.
Say what?
Because it seemed like you was trying to not say it just in case people haven't seen it. But if they haven't seen it, then it's like,
No, it's just
y'all
him
dumb.
versus Unohana. I feel like in the manga it was done a lot better in the anime.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It was
why you
dope.
say that?
I just feel like it was longer. You kind of understood the meaning of the battle more than how they did it in the anime. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they add some more to it later on. But I really do love that fight. And again, this basis is how it meant to me and one of my favorite characters in the anime. So yeah, that's my number 9 pick of this top 10, yo.
Okay. It's going this way?
It's going that way.
Oh, word. Yay, my turn. So my number 9 pick.
That's trash.
number.
Wow. So my number 9 pick, I definitely had to go with this one. I almost forgot about this fight for a second. And then I watched it again and I'm like, nah, people don't talk about this fight. They don't talk about this fight enough, but it's Goku versus Majin Vegeta.
Oh,
And part of the reason was because I remember watching it as a kid and being like, Vegeta, when they put that M on his head, Vegeta was just on demon time.
Yeah, he
when
was.
he was in the stadium and he blew up both sides of the stadium right in front of Goku. Then they went in the middle of the desert and they were fighting for 5 episodes straight until Goku was just like, all right, we're good, right? And then Vegeta knocked him out, which I always say this, Goku ain't never beat Vegeta in a fight, yo. But it was just epic for the time. It's just nostalgia. It was one of my favorite fights back then in Dragon Ball Z. And it was cool because it's like, yo, I actually get to see them actually really, this isn't them sparring. This is them actually duking it out, and they're both Super Saiyans right now. So I thought that fight was dope.
Now I do want to touch on that a little bit too because it's on my list, and just not to.
That one specifically?
Yeah, that fight is on my list. Is my number 6 on my list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I do love that moment. I think Majin Vegeta is definitely my favorite form of Vegeta.
I thought it was baby Vegeta.
Boy! Yo, the way he looked at shit, bro.
Now you know what's crazy? I really thought about. I said that before, man. There's no way I said that shit before,
So
bro.
about I headbutt you.
But I remember just moments of that fight, when they're and granted, if you go back and watch it now, it's probably not as great as what we see now. But
Yeah.
at the time, that was the peak, right? We're talking about the two.
Pico what?
I thought it was a peak fight in Dragon Ball Z.
That
Goku
was
versus
a
Majin.
big fight in
What's
Dragon
peak
Ball
mean,
Z.
though?
when it was airing on.
You mean of that saga or all Dragon Ball? Because it definitely wasn't more peak than Cell.
Yeah.
It
That fight
definitely
was
wasn't.
No, but at the time when I feel like at the time.
I remember when the time it came out and it didn't live up to the hype.
Oh,
That's
no,
why
I don't know
people-
about
it
that.
didn't.
I don't know about that.
People always. I
think
think
the
Cell
saga-
Saga is definitely a better.
No, I
saga.
think it was a
Cell
saga.
Even
Gohan,
the
versus,
fight.
Gohan versus Cell. I
Even
feel
that
like it's
fight
probably
is
the most
better.
famous fight.
It is
And
better.
Vegeta. And
Even
Goku versus Frieza.
Android 17 versus Piccolo. There's a lot of
Android
fights
versus
in that.
17 versus Piccolo was crazy.
fire. That's
I
why
went
I'm
back
like,
to
yo,
watch that. That fight was
I'm
actually,
like the
it was
Margin
nutty.
Buu, the Margin Buu saga was that to me it was probably the wackest out of all of them. It wasn't bad. It just was whack compared to the rest of them. That's why you say peak. I don't think because people. That's why you say people don't even mention it. It's not. I don't think it's peak.
It was to me.
Maybe
When
of that saga, but I
Yeah.
think you're talking about the whole.
No, I'm talking about.
Okay.
I just felt. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? It was like this is the peak with the two strongest fighters in the show right now.
Yep.
Like, well, not including Majin Buu at the time or whatever. But like, this is Vegeta, Goku, the two main characters. You know, they have rivalry for forever, and to see them duke it out at the so-called strongest because Goku still has Super Saiyan 3
Super Saiyan 3
in the tuck. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
Vegeta
but, like,
got heated at the end of the arc and was like, "Yo, so when we fought, you didn't tell me you had Super Saiyan 3 and you just left it in the tuck." I remember that was right before they did the fusion to fight Boo.
But my boy, they like him getting possessed. Like that's how I'm like. That's not like to me. I don't even consider that like that's like possessed Vegeta. Like,
but like he
But I
was
feel
still
like-
throwing, he was still throwing hands.
I didn't
with
say he
Goku,
wasn't, but
yeah.
I'm saying I don't give him like he's not fully conscious. Like it's an evil version of him. You get me? Like it's
But I feel like
amplified.
he
he
was
wanted to be.
conscious, though.
Didn't he want this to power? I don't remember exactly.
No. What was his name? Bibbidi, the little troll thing. So Bibbidi, what happened was Bibbidi actually put the power on Vegeta because they're like, yo, these dudes are strong. They had like a little tournament within the thing,
and they wanted to like
yeah.
get one of them for them, right?
Yeah, and
that's
they
why I was
was
like, he was
like-
one of their puppets.
But he was like, he was strong as hell. But here's the thing: after the fight, after a while, Vegeta really got conscious of being Vegeta because he went back and he fought Majin Buu, and
Yeah,
that's
he
when
self-destructed,
he exploded and he
yeah.
turned himself into stone. Which still don't get the explanation on that. They never really gave us an explanation on that. But yeah, he was conscious with the
That
Majin
part had
Buu.
me
Yeah, because
heated.
I'm like,
Yeah, but
I'm like,
he was
why
conscious.
is
He
he
was
so?
conscious to sacrifice himself. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, when he was Majin Buu, y'all talking about he was possessed. It was like a demon in him, literally.
Yeah, I love that moment.
I know that's what you said.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah,
said.
clearly.
That's how you know he ain't a real Vegeta. He likes Vegeta when he's not
Yeah.
Vegeta. When
Nah, he's
possessed
fully
with a
he's fully
demon.
Nah,
Vegeta.
but he
Vegeta still had those
turns
tendencies to be evil. You know what I'm saying?
But it
so
was
like to
never
see
to
him.
that extent.
and
It was
see-
never to that extent.
I mean, he
was-
tried to come to Earth and destroy. He was.
No,
That's
but it wasn't
initial.
to
That's
that-
initial
You know what I'm
introduction.
saying?
to
Like,
Vegeta.
and I still
But I don't
like
even find
Vegeta
that
then.
was evil. That was like that was his job. He had no choice.
That was still evil though. He
No,
was
no,
fully
but-
aware that he was coming to
But
destroy the Earth.
but
like,
you
know what I'm
can't
saying?
compare
Like,
margin because literally it brings out the top evil in you. That's why I'm like, that's literally what it's made for. So I'm like, that evil is nowhere compared to
Nah,
the evil
but
Vegeta
at the
was.
same
I
time,
don't think
Because it
Vegeta
brings out-
killed.
That's literally what it is. It brings out
Vegeta
your
killed.
pure evilness.
Vegeta killed Nappa. Was it Nappa or what was it?
I didn't say he wasn't evil. I'm saying it's not. I'm saying that evil is on like literally a possessing evil. That's what I'm saying. It's not even the same. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just Vegeta is like selfish and he just do things against it. But this was literally evil. Like I'm gonna kill Trunks. I'm gonna kill Bulma. Like I'm gonna kill he would just
But
kill
nah,
people.
he was. The thing about it was he was controlled to an extent, and the fact that he even still had that Majin Vegeta, the Majin on his head, and they weren't able to control him anymore, and he was just doing his own thing. Just shows that like. At a point in time, it was him. He even consciously.
But I'm saying I know I said that, but the
Yeah.
best part y'all like wasn't really him. It
So-
was when he was evil.
It was
So
him,
apparently,
bro.
Nobody
It
is
was-
agreeing with that.
So
Rob.
apparently,
That's-
so apparently
Yo,
Shad's
yo.
saying that he accepted the power. So like,
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I know
said
you
that.
said that you think that he was accepting the power.
That
They said
came,
it. That's what I'm saying.
The
They said it.
power came out of no. Are you guys forgetting that?
They're saying that he
power-
wasn't
the
always
power came out of
possessed. That
nowhere?
he accepted the powers
No,
from
after a
BBD.
point in time, he wasn't always possessed. At a point in time, he accepted it. But when he first got it, it came out of nowhere. It popped up out of nowhere. Because I remember he was just standing there, and all of a sudden he just started powering up because he didn't know what the hell was going on.
Because I thought he wanted the power to get stronger. Yeah, I thought he wanted the power to get
No, because
stronger.
Bibbidi did it mad sneakily. Bibbidi was an op, and he needed to figure out a way to take out these warriors that were really, really strong. And Bibbidi was like, "All right, I'm going to possess Vegeta." Y'all can pull up that fight.
yeah,
Like,
I don't fully remember
My
that.
memory of it
I
is
remember the fight.
different,
I
but I
remember it like
don't
that.
have the best memory when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. It's
Bibbidi
been
caught him
quite some
slipping
time.
because Gohan was fighting Deborah at the time. He was fighting that Demon King, and he wasn't really doing much, right? And I remember Vegeta was just looking at him getting heated, right? And he was just watching on the sideline, and then out of nowhere, Bibbidi caught him slipping and then possessed him with the power.
Yo, honestly, bro,
But
I'm gonna go with the chat on this one. There's too many people
I'm
that say
rolling
he
with
ain't
chat.
possessed.
I think
I'm
Vegeta.
rolling.
I think Vegeta accepted the power.
Vegeta accepted it, then didn't want it, and then they forced it on him again.
Okay, there it is.
That's what happened.
There it is.
But Babidi used his magic and tried to brainwash Vegeta. However, unlike the last time, Vegeta's transformation into Majin Vegeta this time was completely against Vegeta's will.
All right.
But we gotta pull that clip up. We not right now.
Rob read it
but
up
we gotta
online.
pull-
It said,
Because I remember Bibbidi caught. I don't know if it was Bibbidi or Babidi. I keep
It's
forgetting. his name.
It's Babidi.
It's Babidi Boo.
Babidi, he caught Vegeta slipping. Vegeta didn't know that was going to happen to him. It wasn't like, oh, hey, I'm going to give you this power. No, he caught Vegeta slipping because he wanted somebody within his ranks that was stronger. We got to pull this clip up Because that's how I remember.
I gotta pull up anything.
Everybody's saying Vegeta allowed it, but we'll have to figure that out at a later time.
Well, all right, it's off to you, Ev.
Yeah, man. So my number 9, it was between two for me in the same show, and I came to this conclusion even though I'm still really torn about it. So I know this is not gonna make nobody else's list, but that's why it's my goddamn list.
Oh, this is about to be ass.
This is
Let me see. Let me.
All Might versus All for One, and the
Oh, that's a
only
good
reason,
fight. That's a
and the
good
only
fight.
reason,
That's a great
That's
fight.
it was a great fight, and like the only reason it was the passing of the torch. It was All Might like back against the wall, like our number one hero. Is he gonna die? And bro, that United States smash and what that did to All for One for the remainder of the series, as we see now.
Facts.
What that put into Deku, we see how that made Deku be the hero he is today. And if it wasn't for All Might and what he did for UA, we would never get the My Hero that we have now. And that
For
was
sure.
also a big one for me. Is that's the first anime in my entire life that I watched by myself.
Oh yeah, because that time you
I had to catch up.
Yeah, you had to
right.
catch
So
up.
that was the
That's true.
first one I watched by myself, and I remember at first I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit. And by the time I got like, I think it was like maybe 5 episodes of season 1, bro, I'm at the end of my bed like, damn, now this shit fire, bro. Like, so I remember that specifically. And when I went back and watched it yesterday, yo, All Might's voice acting killed that. Like the flashbacks, like All Might getting frail, like it was a crazy moment for the series. And going forward, it will forever affect the series. But it was all I had a hard time picking between that and Deku versus Shigaraki, only because My Villain Academia was absolutely beautiful, and that backstory of Shigaraki was nuts. So
Yeah,
watch
in
that
terms
fight.
of the fight, I'll say Deku versus Shigaraki was better. Shit, I even think that Deku versus Overhaul is better than All for One.
I know
and
you would
All
like. I
Might.
like the Overhaul fight too. I just think what the All Might part meant for the series
Yeah,
is why I
yeah.
ended up going for it. And that, like, yo, we watched Delaware Smash, we watched Detroit. But that United States Smash right there, it has some shit in it.
Nah,
right there,
in
bro.
terms of impact, that definitely weighs more on the show compared to those other two.
and
So
we
I'll give
also
you
got
that.
like, yeah.
give
Shout out
you
to
that.
everybody that rocks with this pick too.
Yeah, I like that fight. That's one of my. It's probably like my top 5 favorite reaction we've ever done was that fight. We were just screaming whenever, like it was just the way they built that emotion to that punch.
Crazy.
Because for a minute I thought I was fully convinced All Might was gonna get killed.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this moment. You know
I think
what I'm
I
saying?
was too.
Yeah.
And they even had Thing, the
Yeah,
number 2
Thing
hero
was
right
gonna
there the whole
die.
time type shit. That he was talking to him.
What, Endeavor?
Yeah, he was talking to Endeavor. Like he was All for One was talking his shit to Endeavor. Just know. But yeah, it was a firefight.
All right. Well, this fight was actually mentioned already. Shout out to a homie that donated the $20 and brought it up. He had a phenomenal list. And it's Kide versus Kurisugu season finale of Fate Zero. That one right there was the combination of animation, but also like the parallel that Kide and Kurisugu shared throughout that whole series. Because I feel like that whole series from the beginning of that, like from that season, we was always comparing the two, how they kind of had like similar traits, but Kide was kind of like, he was like gaining emotions, but his emotions was more geared towards like evilness, and that's how he was getting the satisfaction, while Kiritsugu was more of a person that was kind of straying away from his life of being an assassin and getting more emotions and stuff like that. So I kind of liked how it built up to that final fight when it was in that room, and they had moments where like the base of the camera will spin around and the bullet will just be so it was just iconic. I feel like that's one of the best like animated fights within this generation, honestly.
You know, I really like that fight. I feel like before getting to Phase Zero, I vote like in all top 10s I've heard about a specific fight that happens at the end. I heard about it. And then when I watched it, I felt like it was a bit underwhelming because I thought maybe the exchange would have been a little bit longer than we wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like
You had a budget.
it's
like so much you
unlimited.
can
It's
do.
unlimited blade work.
It ain't a limited budget though. What you mean? And that was a limited blade work.
Unlimited
That was
bu-
Phase Zero.
I mean, ufotable unlimited budget works. That's what they usually call it. Whatever. Unlimited budget.
works. That's a bar.
Yeah, no, yeah, I do. That's the one thing I will say though. It should have been longer.
Yeah, it should have been. Because
Yeah.
I think they really could have dedicated more time to like a more back and forth between the two.
For sure.
But I do like that fight.
Yeah, I really loved it.
All right. Mine is one of my favorite fights that we've seen was Kurapika versus Uga Vulcan.
Ooh.
And that fight right there was fire for the simple fact, like, it was one of the first major fights that we seen in Hunter x Hunter. The buildup of revenge that Kurapika had was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to see him join a whole team and give up, like, for the hearts,
Yeah.
the Scarlet Heart eyes. It was just like he looked so cool, but it was like he looked so innocent. And then when that fight happened, it's like the emotions that you seen changing him. It's like, yo, I could finally get revenge for my people.
Yeah.
It's like Get Back. It was like, yo, a gang member just finally like, yo, oh, these are the dudes that ran up on my people. I've been hunting them down for years.
Yeah, he's from New York.
And like the way Uga was so intimidating. Like,
Yeah, he was a beast.
and in your mind, you're like, yo, how's Kurapika gonna beat his ass? He came in like, yo, you wanna fight me? And then the way Kurapika manhandled him with those chains, bro.
Yeah.
It was like, before that, I didn't know how any of the members of Hunter x Hunter would even be able to beat any of what's that group called again?
Phantom
Troop.
The Phantom Troop, better than Akatsuki. I didn't know how anyone could beat a member of the Phantom Troop, and the way he bodied him, put him under, it was fire. But the thing why I like it so much, I watched it with you guys, but then I watched it on my own when I went back and watched the 90s animation.
Yeah.
And the fact that was the first anime where I'm able to see the new animation, and I seen the vintage. And if you know me, I love 90s style animation. Like, it's easily one of my favorite pieces of art. And going back and seeing that fight, the emotions that it gave me there, and the breakdown of it, like, the only reason why it isn't higher is just because I'll say, like, it wasn't as long and it was kind of lopsided type of fight. And my fights usually have to be more even to be higher. So if you guys are wondering, and this was one of the moments where I started Willpower. Like, Willpower was created by this fight. Like, it was one of the situations where it's like, yo, he was the first inductee of Willpower after that fight. Because I'm like, there was no way you were able to pull that off without going deep down inside of you and getting something. And I think they said Kurapika will only be strong against the Phantom Troop with that attack. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things I hated about that fight, where it was like, I wanted him to be able to use that power more, but there was like only when you're fighting those people. So
it's just that attack though. He's still pretty strong.
Yeah. Is that specific attack?
Yeah.
He's chain heavy. Yeah. He's chain heavy.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one fight that I could say that I actually like it better in the 90s than the new one.
Well, I haven't seen it in the 90s.
The 90s is so fire, bro.
So
like
fire.
That animation is like, because it's the same people that like made Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Or the husband of. No,
the writer who did Yu Yu Hakusho wrote Hunter x Hunter.
Okay,
yeah.
Whatever. It's the animation. It was just like that. That like animation is literally my favorite type of animation outside of like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer type of style. But like 90s of that style, that's like my favorite animation period on Baby.
That was your main in Jump Force, right, Rob? Kurapika? That was what he was whooping ass with,
Yeah, I feel like that those moments, a fight like that, is why like York New City is probably like one of the best arcs ever. Because when you think York New City, it ain't just that Crollo versus the Zodics, right? It's Kurapika's revenge on the Phantom Troop all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that moment, even when we first watched it, was like, yo, I didn't know Kurapika was capable of this, right? Like,
he looks so innocent.
Yeah, that's the thing about it though. I feel like that and that Gon moment is such a like, it's a good moment, but it's still kind of, it hurts your heart at the same time, because you know Kurapika's a good guy, but he had to literally sacrifice a portion of himself, a portion of his innocence to get that revenge right there. So yeah, I feel that. That's actually my favorite pick of that round right there.
It's too bad we probably would never see that story wrapped up, man.
Damn.
Nah,
I think it is.
Damn.
The way animes go with yo, I think I love it. That joint eventually will. Only if he dies.
If Renoy Kenshin can come back and do a whole new animation for the whole thing,
the only way if that dude dies. No, but you said it's not animated though.
No, the manga's not done though.
Oh,
and it's not hasn't
not
been.
done.
Yeah, the manga's not done and it hasn't been coming out. You know
they haven't been dropping at all.
Like they every couple years they drop a few chapters, if that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the guy says it don't seem like he really want to finish it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, before we get into this next round, let's check out some supers.
Super Chats.
Yeah,
We
we
might-
got a couple of lists right now.
What you
I
gonna say?
say we might have to do two. Our next
I
two
got you.
picks on
Yeah,
next
yeah,
one because
yeah.
it took us a whole hour to get through to two picks right
We
there.
just might be here all day. Now we got let me see. All right, so he put it into two different super chats because he already super chatted earlier as well. So I'll do this one. Joxel Irizarry. He got at number 10 Goku versus Frieza. At number 9 Nobara versus and Yuji versus Eso and Kechizu. I believe I said that correctly. Number 8 Mob versus Koyama.
Yo, fire. I thought about that one.
Don DeMarco.
Number 7 Saitama versus Boros.
Mm.
Number 6 Aragi versus Kishot.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Number 5 Pat will enjoy this one. Ichigo versus Grimmjow.
Uh-huh.
Number 4 Netero versus Miriam.
Uh-huh.
Number 3 Naruto versus Sasuke. Valley of the End. Number 2 Tengen versus Gyutaro. And number 1 Luffy versus Lucci.
People really love that fight, yo.
I don't.
That was a good fight.
Then we got Justin Carter donated $2.
Luffy and Lucci.
Yeah, a lot
of people
It's
love
a great
that
fight.
I do. Well,
But,
you guys are talking crazy about Gear 3, but okay.
They said if Gar versus Rock Lee ain't top 10, y'all list is fraud. Malik Lima for $5 said, are you ever going to do a RTTV top 10 favorite anime stream? Well,
So-
stay tuned for
Yeah, so a podcast that we've been plotting on is to rank every show we watched on RTTV on stream with you guys. So it'll be like it'll be a pretty lengthy
That's
podcast.
gonna be a mega stream,
And we'll rank them on a like tier listing on like best to worst shows we watched on RTTV. So that's coming soon.
Okay, and then we got William Wilfred for $20 said 10 Goku versus Frieza, 9 Deku versus Todoroki, 8 Killua versus Yuppie, 7 Sasuke versus Itachi, 6 Levi versus the Beast Titan, 5 Netero versus Miriam, 4 Ichigo versus Ukiura, 3 Gon destroying P2, 2 Lee versus Gaara, and 1 Obito versus Kakashi.
That's a
Broccoli.
great list.
W
right
list,
there.
yo.
Yeah,
W
I like
list.
that.
W.
All right, so
List.
we are back at number 8. So we're doing 2 in a row, you said?
Yeah, so just give your next 2 picks when you read your next ones.
Okay.
So Ravi's gone first. Jerry's gone first, I think. No,
Jerry
I
didn't go
went first. I went
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
Jerry's
So,
going first.
so
I
now
can
you
go first.
All right.
Okay, so my number 8. First, my number 8 and my number 7. My number 8 is Yami and Asta versus Dante. And
Hold up. He almost forgot his boy's name. You didn't notice that? He had to look on his phone. To
Yo,
see
let me
Asa's
finish
name.
saying my list. Hey, mind you, like, yo. Anyway,
He's a fraud.
Yami and Asta. I thought you was gonna say something important. Yami and Asta versus Dante and Tanjiro versus Rue. That episode 19.
Yep.
That episode 19 in Demon Slayer. Actually, no, I'm tripping. I lied.
He lied.
I messed up on my number 7. My number 7 was definitely Levi versus a Beast Titan. Yeah.
Okay, so you gave away another one.
Huh? Oh no.
You gave away like a higher one then.
Huh?
So
No,
where's that Demon Slayer one?
That Tanjiro one wasn't on the list. That was an honorable mention.
Okay.
So
okay.
this is that Demon Slayer one isn't on the list.
Great fight, though.
It's Levi versus a Beast Titan. And honestly, first of all, I had to put Asa the Monster on the list because it's Asa the Monster. He had so many great fights within that series. It was really hard to pick one, but I'm like, let me just pick one. And I think that the moment with him and Yami was just epic because you saw two people who have similar fighting styles fight side by side to take out this enemy that seemed almost nearly impossible to take down. And it was kind of like the OG and the youngin teaming up and just going crazy. And this is also after Asa had gotten his level up. He'd gotten a little bit stronger, gotten buffer, and he was able to control his power a little bit more. So that part was crazy. And also them fighting, Dante almost killed like a couple people, right?
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Yeah, he was
He was
just
going
going
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then Levi and the Beast Titan, first and foremost, the first time I ever saw that fight, I actually read the manga, and I was like, nah. And I couldn't wait for it to be animated, and when they made it animated, they just did it justice.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. Levi went crazy. The only reason why it's number 7 though is because it was more of an ass whooping than it was a fight. So that's the only reason why it's as low as it is on the list. But it was still great nonetheless.
Yo, just to touch on Black Clover real quick. I love that fight that you brought up. Definitely ill, especially with the transformation that happened with Asta. But I just want to give an honorable mention of Black Clover with that veto. When Veto just violated every single person that stepped in front of his path, that was one of the illest moments in Black Clover. That was actually the moment in Black Clover when I said Black Clover is actually a good show.
Yeah, that's the moment in Black Clover where I said, yo, this thing might be better than My Hero
Yeah,
Academia.
I remember we was talking about it at that time. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I remember
okay. But yeah, I
That
just
was
want
a
to say
great
that real
moment.
quick.
That was a really great moment. Levi and Beast Titan, it's also on my list too. Like,
Oh, so what number was it on for you?
it's on my number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. Like, again, so what it meant. I feel like when I was first introduced to the Beast Titan in season 2, like, I remember that feeling. I was actually scared. I was watching it in my room by myself, and this thing shows up. I'm like, we already got to deal with these other Titans.
Yeah.
What the F is this, right? Like, I'm like, and the way he's
talk.
like, the way he was talking, right? And then he sat down, and it was almost like you could feel the wind, like, boom, like, yo, like, what the hell? And to see him get violated in a situation that was a losing one for a long time, like in the moment we just lost Captain Irvin, you know what I'm saying? Like in a charge to his death, you know what I'm saying? His speech that he gave, like, I was already ready to see some like triumphant win from somebody in this fight. And the fact that it was Levi, you know, a man that we knew what he was capable of, do the Beast Titan that dusty, and not just him, right? Because he killed all the other Titans around him to get to him. You know what I'm saying? So like that rage mode, that's one of my favorite moments in anime. Period.
Nah, that is on my list too. It's actually at number 8.
For which one?
Levi and Beast Titan. And
Okay.
after watching it, bruh, the way Levi came, he got the blood under his eyes, right? Yo, Levi looked so crazy in that moment, bro. And it was like, I think they showed like the Beast Titan, he had already said like, yo, if there's somebody you gotta worry about, we gotta worry about Levi Ackerman. Comes out, splits his hand in half. Bro don't know what's happening. Comes, splits his Achilles, comes back. I'm like, yo. And the way it was so fluid, and the way like the emotion Levi had, and I actually have one Attack on Titan fight higher than this, but that's another story we'll get to later. But he does that, and not only did he kill the people to get to the Beast Titan, after he gets to the Beast Titan, rips him out the nape after he hardens the nape.
Oh, yeah.
Bro get pulled out the nape, bro. Levi got the knife in his mouth, son. Like, yo, just know I'm gonna kill you. Luckily, I think it was the car Titan came and picked him up and dipped. But, bro, he goes, there's like 4 Titans, some bullshit Titan, like, go get Levi. You can see in the background of the, like, Levi just going through all 4 of them in like light work. Because in a minute, he was like, I think he was like so defeated because he was like, damn, I could have just killed the Beast Titan. Beast Titan gets away. He's like, dude's like, yo, go kill him. Murked all 4 of them, bro. Kept it pushing, but it was a crazy moment. It was a crazy moment.
And what's your 7?
My number 7 is Ukiura versus Ichigo. Mainly because probably my favorite fight in that whole series, where Ichigo had to go full holified, like full like, yo, where he had the different voice at the end, like he had to die, and then basically just like, I'm like, God, Ichigo's voice changed. Like, and then we seen that was Murcielago. Like, and that was one of my favorite Espada. I think he's the 4th Espada. Yeah, it was the 4th Espada. Other than him, I think, other than maybe Yuha and Aizen, I think he was our toughest opponent. And what Ichigo had to go through at that moment, I remember him looking at Orihime like, don't worry about it. I'm going to save you. And he just went out there and went stupid.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to save you.
He turned into Batman real quick. Right? Christian Bale Batman.
But yo, it was like super long too, and I remember our reaction to it. It was like every time we thought the fight was over, level up again. And I think that was the first. Like, we seen Ichigo have to. He's leveled up pretty easily throughout the series in a lot of cases. I think this was the first one where it was like, nah, he's gonna die. He's gonna die, and then we see he did not die. So shout out to him, man.
That's fire. Yeah, I just remember that Ja Rule was in Fast and the Furious 1. So my 8, I rewatched it the other day. My number.
She's supposed to be in it forever.
I know.
Yeah.
My number 8 is one that we watched very recently. It broke the internet. It's it basically just reinforced why this anime is one of the best anime, if not the best anime within this generation right now. I low-key want to put it higher, but, you know, I'm just going to put it where it's at right now.
That's right. Don't you dare, Rob.
How does he know?
I already
It's
know.
not that one.
Oh, okay.
That's higher.
I'm like, how does he know?
No, that's higher.
Okay,
that's
okay,
higher.
okay.
That's higher. I know where we at. We do this a lot.
Yeah.
I know where you at.
That's higher though. But what I got right here for number 8, possibly 7, but I'll leave it at 8, is Toji versus Gojo.
Wow.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
much higher
okay.
for me.
Wow,
I ain't
wow.
gonna
So
lie to
very
you.
recently.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
with that one, and I'm putting like when he first got violated and when he came back and like really had that revelation of recognizing how godly he is in terms of power and stuff. I feel like I loved it because we always get this feel of like, yo, Gojo's the strongest. But that was like, that gave us entry and invitations for us to even recognize the moment where he know in himself why he's the strongest, how he got the strongest, him getting an understanding of his powers, him using that purple right there, blowing a hole through this boy's chest, like somebody said, made him look like the apple sign. Bro, like that moment just, it was we went crazy for it. It was in Texas, so that Texas moment is always going to be immortalized for me too. But fire ass fight. And number 7, one of my favorite moments within Bleach period. You know, underrated, even though there's people out there in the world that rock with this fight as well. My favorite character, Grimmjow versus Ichigo. I love that fight top to bottom. I loved it because Grimmjow got into his new form. He turned to a cheetah, which is my favorite animal. And it was just like...
He turned into something which is his favorite animal. Don't
turned
even know
to a
his
cheetah. It
favorite
looked like a
animal,
cheetah.
It's like I think it was a panther.
A panther. It was a cat.
Oh
It's
my
one
God,
of the things that Jerry got tatted on him.
Yeah.
But like,
One of those 3 cats, man. I don't know.
Cats, yo.
There's only 2.
But that right there was ill as hell, not only for the animation, but also because Grimmjow and Ichigo had smoke, bro. Like, since Grimmjow got entered into Bleach, they were beefing with each other. He had one of the illest character designs within all of the, like, espadas and stuff. So that right there was the moment I was personally waiting for right when he got introduced into the show. 8 and 7 for you guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Very nice.
Okay, for my number 8, I'm going with one of my 90s favorite shows. I'm going with Kenshin versus Soto. It's definitely one of the
Great fight right there. That's a
definitely one
great
of the
fight.
biggest fights in Ronin Kenshin. And the reason why I like it so much is the build up. Soto is such a serious officer, and like in his mind is like, I'm going to vanquish all evil, like no matter what it is. And the build up of him wanting to fight Kenshin and looking for the Batosai. And then when he fought Kenshin, the reason why I like the fight so much, the hand-to-hand, I don't know if you call it hand-to-hand, but sword combat that they had was on par. Like, I haven't seen a person on par with Kenshin that well. And it was to a point where Soto was whooping Kenshin's ass so bad that Kenshin, this is the first time Kenshin had to revert back to the Batosai. In the whole entire series, he never did. And to me, that was scary. Because in the simple fact is like he's so strong that you're gonna go to a point that you literally left your whole past behind, years of PTSD from all that, and you had to tap in, which the whole world that watches that show knows he did not want to tap into that, and to see how crazy Soto got him to tap into the Batosai, and for him to be the Batosai and still not be him, it ended up in a draw, and I think they both recognize like, yo, we gotta I have respect for you, you have respect for me, and I like how they end up working well together. But like to me, I think that's probably one of the most underrated fights because a lot of people put Kenshin versus Shishio higher, and I like the Shishio fight, but I feel like the Soto and Kenshin fight was honorable. Like it was like I don't know how to explain it. It was honorable in the sense of like at the end of it, they literally both respected each other's fighting techniques, and it was just like on a dual respect. Let's just end this.
Yep.
And I think it's the number one fight. Some people would say Shishio is, but to me, and I was a kid too. I seen it younger. That I didn't know it was anime. I thought it was just cartoons at the time.
Me
so
too.
I'm like, yo, this is just some fire ass cartoons. And the feeling it gave me, like, at that time, I'm like, yo, bro, Dragon Ball Z, that's all I want to watch. That's all I want to watch. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know which one was it. I don't know. Nah, it was definitely Kenshin first. Kenshin was definitely the second anime I watched after Dragon Ball Z. And I was hyped to see it because I didn't know if I could get that type of feeling from another show. And I'm just like, at the time, I'm like, yo, Toonami just knows how to pick the right cartoons.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know, but finding out it's anime. So that was fire. That was number 8. And then my number 7 pick is I don't even know if this out on YouTube or Patreon but this was recent. It was Big Ma versus Law versus Kid.
Oh yeah.
That fight, I think to me that was probably the best fight I've ever seen in One Piece.
It's
Like
cold.
the fact that Law and Kid, two people that don't like each other at all, coming together to take out the person that's probably been a pain in our asses for the whole, like, and when I think of One Piece and I think of villains,
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone, she's the number one villain. I think she's been annoying us for like literally forever. Like I don't think there's been someone that appears more. Blackbeard might been there earlier and stuff, but she literally appears.
She's there. Yeah, she's
like
there.
Movies. She's like they literally use Big Mom all the time, and to me, it reminded me of like, yo, she's so strong. We're never gonna be here. We're never gonna be here. And to see everyone get their ass whooped in Wano, and it was Law, Kid, Zoro, and Luffy trying to fight her, and they still got their asses whooped. So in my head, it's like Kid and Law fighting Big Mom. Like how the hell they gonna pull this off? And to pull her down to the core of the earth, how creative they made it, and how jam-packed. And Law is my favorite character. Like to me, that is my favorite One Piece fight. Period, and that is my number 7.
2 good picks right there for sure. Hell yeah.
That Big Mama saying, "Hey, stop it!"
Now,
Especially that
That
Kenshin
Kaido
fight.
was sick after that.
I was crying. He's like, they defeated
I can feel Ling.
Kenshin to me is one of the best 90s anime shows ever. So I definitely respect that pick heavily.
Yeah.
And that fight, of course, with Big Mom was lit as hell.
Big Mama.
Yeah, I do love that fight with Kenshin, and my number 8 pick is actually a Kenshin fight too. But it's not Shishio and it's not Saito. It's I don't know if you guys remember Aoshi Shinamari, who was the leader of the Oniwaban crew. And I feel like they had a good rivalry because we seen them fight twice. And I don't know why, but as a kid, I don't know why I resonated with Leader so much. Like I always liked these edgy kind of characters. And to see him like lose his crew originally in the beginning when they killed all the Oniwaban with that gun or whatever. And then he came at when Kenshin wanted to fight Shishio at the end. He had like a couple people that he had to fight before that. So Aoshi was one of those people. I think they fought like in a library. It was some kind of room or something like that. And I think Kenshin, he had used that new Hitamitsurugi style technique that he just learned, the one that he needed to defeat Shishio with. He just used that on Aoshi. And I just remember like that fight always. I just remember being at my cousin's house. I used to sleep over there on Saturdays and just asking like, what time is it? Because I was damn well I couldn't have missed that Saturday with Rurouni Kenshin. You know what I'm saying? So like that's my number 8 fight. And then my number 7 fight is another Toonami classic, right? I think we heard somebody say it in the super chats. Is Yusuke versus Toguro. And I feel like the Dark Tournament is just one of the best arcs in anime. I feel like it was the anime that was closest to Dragon Ball Z for me. Like it wasn't like the same, but it was the closest feeling I can get. But the characters look cooler more consistently.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And like to have the tournament similar to what we seen in Dragon Ball Z. All our characters take dubs. Yeah, they all took a dub in a pretty fire way, right?
100%.
And then to have the finale be Toguro versus Yusuke and see what Yusuke had to suffer to even get the opportunity to beat Toguro. I think that's one of the best fights in anime history.
I'll be a bug with you. Unpopular opinion. Baby Wells. I got that fight at number 1.
For real?
Wow.
I love that fight about my heart.
Hey.
Like that's the fight Toguro versus Yusuke, like I'll never forget the fight. I remember the fight top to bottom. The whole thing of Toguro basically going up in percentages, 60%, 70%. I was like, the ability where he was just, I was like, it's just everything about that fight. That made me fall in love with just tournaments and animes. Like, everything about that fight was groundbreaking. Toguro's look, Yusuke, what he had to do in order to beat him, like, that's like one of those things that, like, within anime, I'll never forget. That's more of like just in my heart type of thing. Like, it was like it's a testament of time to me. Like, it just holds a good weight for me. And the animation of Yu Yu Hakusho is like my favorite type of animation.
I'm not mad at you for having that number one though. That's a great ass fight, bro. And it's a timepiece, you know what I'm saying?
It's a time,
it brings you back to like those moments. You're immediately,
sure.
You know. Sometimes they say like when you smell something, you could bring it. I feel like a lot of these moments do that for me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of nostalgia in a lot of these picks. So
yeah, y'all talk in the chat. I don't even care.
All right, so I'm gonna go first on this.
Yeah,
one?
you can go on the number what?
Is there super chats we need to go to?
6 and 5.
6 and 5. Yeah.
6 and 5.
And then after that, we can do super chat.
Okay, so my number 6, we don't gotta go too longer than that one. It was Gojo versus Toji. I had that at number 6 as well. That was another one. It was like it might be recently biased.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys think that pick was like a recency bias?
I think so. It could
Gojo
be.
versus Toji.
No.
Okay.
I think
I probably would have ranked it even higher if it wasn't recent. I'll be a bug with you. I don't know.
Nah, it was a super cold fight, and I just remember like Gojo might have looked the coolest I ever seen any anime character look.
Mm-hmm.
Like I honestly can't. Who's cooler than Gojo in that moment? I just don't know. I don't know.
He was
Like
high.
Yeah.
He was on one.
like bro, he realized the eyes. Like yo, I could perfect it. Like reverse curse technique. Like yo, I died. I literally died. The only reason I shut my mouth is because I had to figure this shit out over here. Like I was over here figuring shit out, and then went over here and blew a hole in you like the apple sign. Some gangster shit right there, bro.
Like that, it was gonna be either that fight or the fight within a movie that I was gonna put from Gojo when he gave Boy that 50 piece. Bang 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 bang. The black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the movie.
In the movie.
And then my number 5, I have Luffy versus Katakuri. That one, how long it lasted. In that arc, Katakuri by far the best family member in Big Mom's
There's not
family.
even close.
The best son. Even like the respect Luffy shows the end by covering his mouth, like it was like such a dope scene. Like this dude got this mochi, this dude can see what you about to do, and Luffy got to tap into Gear 4 Snake Man and go absolutely dummy in Brulee's world, right? They were in Mirror World at the time, right?
Yeah, they were.
In Brulee's world, and bro, I think that was one that made Luffy think the most. Like, Luffy had no way of getting out of this, and then he goes Gear 4 Snake Man, and he is bouncing off these walls going stupid, knocks Katakuri out, puts the hat over his mouth, and is like, I'm out of here, dog. Definitely, that's one of my favorite fights in the series, other than the other one that I have higher. But that's definitely my top 2 in the whole series.
I would put that high. I would put that in my list if it wasn't 18 episodes.
It was
That was-
super
I
long.
think
But if you watch like those last 3 episodes, they're pretty damn good.
100%. That's why, like, if it was more condensed overall, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But granted, though, it's an older anime and stuff like that.
I was gonna say the only thing I'll say about that, and not that I know from 100% facts, but ain't Dragon Ball Z way longer than that? Like, yo, I've looked at videos where you'll be like, this person versus this person. It'd be an hour clip on YouTube.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, bro,
One
they
Piece
fought for
started
an
in the
hour.
90s, so
saying
it
that
had
has
that.
Dragon
already
Ball
has
Z on
that.
his list, so.
I didn't say he did. I'm just saying in general, like, does that, because that you'd have to feel the same about Dragon Ball Z then, right?
I do.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying, because One Piece comes from that era, and that era has more elongated fights and stuff like that, which is why I like Kenshin and Yu Yu Hakusho, because they don't really drag their fights OD and stuff like that.
And I'll say that fight, we know that fight's so serious because I won't say when, but the next time we seen Katakuri, our most recent reaction to Katakuri was like, oh, that's Katakuri!
Yeah.
Because, like, what he showed in that arc is, like, he got to be one of the better characters in One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, so it's me? Mm-hmm. All right, so for number 6 and 5. Number 6, I had it higher, but then I'm like, you know what? I think that's just more on the fact that it's nostalgic, even though my number one is nostalgic. But this one, I feel like, is one of the biggest moments in anime history. We briefly talked about it earlier. Actually, that dude that first had his list, we had a lot of things in common. A lot of his things is on my list and stuff like that. But it's Gohan versus Cell. You know,
that's a classic.
Do I have to
That's a
say
great
much
one.
about
Yeah,
it? It's
that's a
like,
great pick.
it's like that's the coolest I think Gohan ever looked. You feel me? It's like it was a moment that
Was
you
it
know.
a long fight?
Well, Gohan and
I would think so. That's the only reason I'm asking.
What's
Because you had it. You had it.
Nah,
Had
you gotta,
Gohan
think
is
about,
so-
you gotta think about when they came out though. Like,
Yeah.
we were like at maybe 3rd, 4th grade, maybe
Yeah.
younger than that when that was
Facts.
coming out. And One Piece is still doing the same thing, and that came out like maybe like 5 years ago, maybe less.
Yeah.
So you're saying like it was more acceptable then?
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, exactly.
It didn't
exactly.
feel like that
Okay.
at that time. The only thing that felt dragged out in Dragon Ball Z was when Goku was on Snake Way. But
Way more.
that
When
really
Goku
was
when Goku
That
was throwing
felt
that
the
spirit
most
bomb,
dragged
when
out.
Goku was throwing that
Oh, yeah,
spirit
facts,
bomb
facts.
at
when he
Cell,
first turned Super Saiyan. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like
that was
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, that's true.
that
That's
was
true.
mad
Guys,
dragged
we
out.
have 700 live stream viewers.
Yes, sir.
So all the 700 of you right now, stop what you're doing and like this video up right now. We truly appreciate it.
Like,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yo, shout out to the Lionheart in the chat. I just seen him right now. If that is I think so.
That's
Yeah.
him. That's
Happy
him.
birthday, broski.
That's my
Hey,
guy. We
Happy
met
birthday.
at birthday. That's when we at DreamCon.
Exactly,
Yo, shout out to him.
yeah.
Real
Yeah.
talk. And number 5, groundbreaking. Another fight that broke the internet. Fight that people that wasn't even watching the show, they was like, I gotta do a reaction to this. Man, I'm talking about Momoshiki, Boruto, Sasuke, and Naruto.
Wow.
See,
Yeah.
Baruto Next
Ooh.
Generation, top 5.
I actually
Yeah.
didn't.
Baruto
I didn't remember
made-
that one because that was one of
Baruto
them
made
It
things.
wasn't
Top
Boruto though,
That was
Rob.
one of them things.
It was
I
in
like,
Boruto.
Nah,
It
he
was in
fought in it too. It was a
Boruto.
good
He
fight.
was. Boruto was in it.
But so the part of the fight you're talking about is when
The
It's the whole fight.
What
It's
is
the
that?
whole
don't
fight.
know.
That's
The-
like me
the
thinking,
clip- the clip
I
of-
can pick law. I can do the same thing then. Bump kid, just law then. I'm not gonna do that. This is a bull fight.
Nah, because the fight that I feel like the fight you're talking about, Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki, is that direct exchange they had. You feel
But
me? Like,
Boruto's involved in that whole, like, the whole fight involved Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto.
I like that fight. And
It
I
did.
thought it was more. I thought it
it's
was more Naruto
yeah,
and
Naruto and Sasuke
Who
versus
is the
Momoshiki.
whole
It's not
thing?
Naruto, Boruto, and
But I'm
Sasuke
saying
versus
that's not- but
Momoshiki.
I'm saying
That's not how it
Wait.
goes.
Wait, that's
I'm gonna
crazy.
pull that one up,
Nah,
ladies
you know
and gentlemen.
That's a fact.
But my whole thing is you can't be like, if we like the whole thing, we like the whole thing.
I'm not saying you can't like it.
No, but I'm saying you can
just
say
saying
that the whole fight. You
but
can't.
The majority of the fight had Naruto and Sasuke, yes, but Boruto was involved in the fight.
Even when you look
He
up,
had the
even when you
invisible
look up,
Rasengan.
even when you look up the fight, it's not Naruto, Boruto, and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. It's Naruto
Depends
and
on which-
Sasuke.
which
no,
title you look up.
Nah, I
But in the
guarantee.
anime, it's all of them.
Nah,
If
it's
you
not.
ask the
It's
anime,
not.
it's
It's
all
not.
of them.
If it makes you feel better to feel like
But we
Boruto was part of that fight, then like that moment and why we
But
love
I
that
say
fight.
that for
then
all
about this,
anime
yo,
fights
Pat?
though. There's people that just come in and do one hit and I'll count them in the fight. That's why it's not
And he
just
had a
Baruto.
big hit within that. He had
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
his disappearing
There's people-
Rasengan
Yo,
was
what
a big
about
portion
what
within
about
it.
people that like, yo, I'm charging up my power, you take care of him, and then I'm just gonna throw the thing. Like
So,
that's the same
so
thing.
then when you mentioned Gohan versus Cell, you should bring up Vegeta too, because Vegeta hit Cell in order for Gohan to get that attack off. Why don't
Well,
you
he
bring
distracted.
up Vegeta?
He distracted. He blasted us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like we don't talk about Vegeta in that one,
But that's not the same. That's
Bro,
not comparable.
okay.
That's not
Boruto
comparable.
did
That's
more,
not.
bro.
That's not comparable.
But like
What
my
you
thing is,
asking?
what I was gonna say is this is your list. This is your list.
This is my list.
So do you believe that Baruto was in the fight? Absolutely.
just said it.
Yeah,
I wrote
absolutely.
it in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
title.
Wait. No,
I
because
wrote it
I'm
in my
actually
title.
because
They
I
try to
actually
tell you
no
to not
guys.
put
Just
him
let
in.
me.
He wants
Can
to
I
put him
finish
in.
saying what
Get
I'm
it
gonna say?
off. Get
Because
it
what I'm
off.
saying is actually positive.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yo, it's your list. It's subjective. That's all I was gonna say.
Goddamn right,
I'm not
Wells.
gonna argue with
The
that.
hell?
That
The
was-
maniac, the myth. That counts for 4 people that is on my side
So your
right
favorite
there.
fight is Naruto, Sasuke, Boruto versus Momoshiki.
What are you
Is
about
that,
to
is
say?
that what you're saying?
What are you getting to?
No, is that what you're
What are you
saying?
getting
Because you
to
didn't
right
say
now?
that originally.
What the hell? I did say that.
No,
say
you
that.
did. You said Naruto, Boruto, and Sasuke versus Momoshiki.
No, I literally wrote. I said every single person. I said Sasuke, Naruto, and Boruto. Boruto rhymes with Naruto.
Y'all just
so you got
hate.
confused.
I don't know.
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part.
I thought Robbie said Boruto first.
Yeah.
No, I said.
I didn't
Well,
hear
you
that
had to
part.
write it down. So what were you
Yeah,
on?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
on
yeah,
his
yeah,
phone.
yeah.
I'm like, people just
Yeah,
be
y'all-
arguing.
y'all
Like,
can
I'm
run it
jumping.
back.
It's
I
written
said
down
it.
on his phone. He says Baruto. I didn't
Yeah,
write it on
I
his phone
said it.
too.
I
Did I
didn't
write it
say
on
you
his phone
did.
too?
Did I say you did?
Nah,
I
he
don't
didn't say-
know.
I
he
said,
didn't say-
he literally said
he didn't
Baruto.
say
It's
it.
written
I
on his
didn't
phone.
hear
That's why he literally said it's written on my phone and showed it. Like,
It
no,
showed it.
Robbie didn't just
Let me
no.
see it again.
Like, let's not do
Yeah,
that.
let me
I didn't just write it right now.
No, I'm just like, you're
Yo.
stupid. You just say you
Pat,
wrote it
regardless
down.
of
I'm looking
what-
at my list.
regardless of what is your favorite fight. So however you want to
Yeah,
view that
however
fight
you
is on
see it.
you.
What's that poll? What's that poll you
However-
wrote?
however
What's
you
that
see
poll?
it.
What's that poll you
I
wrote?
wrote was Boruto in the Momoshiki fight.
And what they say?
So this is what it is. No got 38%. Yes got 24%. And I put, I guess. That got 37%.
I realize this anime. Who cares if the anime says that? That's what it is. I don't care what anyone like. I realize this podcast like is what we say. Screw the anime. The anime is all of them fought that dude.
If you run back the actual fight,
why we
Boruto
changing
is a
facts?
good. He plays a big role within that fight, bro.
I know he played a role.
So he's in the
big
fight.
role.
Like, what are
I
we
didn't say he
talking
wasn't in the
about?
fight, though.
No, I know. I'm looking at Wells when I said
Let's
that.
go to the next.
I just feel like the highlight of that fight
Was
for
definitely
me
Naruto
was
and
Naruto and Sasuke
Sasuke.
versus Momoshiki.
But that- I'm not-
yes,
you- but
Boruto
also
assisted in the
Wells.
fact that he was
But
defeated, but that's
And that's it.
that's not
But
that's
also
not.
Wells, but also
think
Wells,
you're
that's for
arguing that, right?
that's
You're
for
not
you.
arguing that.
And I already said that. Yeah,
that's for
already
you.
said that.
The thing is, the reason why I even like the fight more is because of the addition of Boruto in it. Because of the fact
The
that
last
like,
he came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why I'm
what
like,
I'm
that was a
like,
big
bro.
part of why it was fired. That's why I'm like,
Real
they
talk.
tricked the whole thing, and at the end he came through and finished it off. And I've seen that done mad times.
Because I didn't even think that he was gonna hold any weight within that fight. So the fact that they even included Boruto within that fight, and as a father and son, and kind of his uncle was in I look at Sasuke as Boruto's uncle, but that was a family affair. It doesn't get better than that.
They jumped that boy.
They
That's all I
jumped
know.
him.
He did. That boy got jumped
Real
for him to
talk.
get his ass whooped.
That's Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki for me.
And
Hey.
then Boruto with the finisher Rasengan.
With
I
the
think he did
assist.
finish it.
With the assist.
He finished it off.
Yeah.
He finished it off. Buzzer beater.
All right. I guess y'all love that moment, right? Y'all love the Boruto when he hit him.
Y'all
love
love the
the
I
Boruto when
do.
he hit him.
That
He
shit
came.
was fire.
What was it? When he just.
It's the Invincible Rasengan.
No,
The
but remember
disappearing
he was like
Rasengan.
something else, and then he popped in out of no. Remember like.
Oh, that's because because Sasuke had the ability of teleporting him and stuff like
teleporting
that.
him.
Yeah.
That's why it was so far.
That
He
shit
came
was
at the
fire,
end,
right?
The young boy.
Hell
came
yeah!
through
Hell
bodybuilding shit.
yeah! Let's go,
Boruto next
Boruto!
generation,
Yo,
so-
Boruto was
what's up?
nasty in that fight.
Yeah, that's what the show's still going on.
Boruto versus
And manga, man.
Momoshiki's. Yo, that shit was
Yo,
crazy.
without that, the show probably still wouldn't be going on.
Yo,
So shout out to my boy
It was an
Baruto.
assist, bro.
Yo, I guess.
Come on, it was
Yeah,
assist,
you're right.
bro.
You're right.
I
You're
also
right.
even like talking about assists.
Yo, Evan,
Yeah, he takes that one.
Just be like Evan, pick a show that you didn't watch with us. Thank you. Shut up.
I don't get what that
Pick a
means.
show that you didn't watch. Reactions that pick a fight. Thank
What
you.
does that mean?
All your fights are. No,
does
I'm
that
just saying
mean?
you want to talk like you know
I
something.
don't. No,
I'm like pick a fight.
Look at
Tell
what
us a fight.
somebody's wrong.
No, tell us
That
a
has
fight.
nothing to do
No,
with
no,
what
tell
I'm
us a
talking
fight.
about. Pick
Tell
a
us a
fight
fight.
that
No,
I didn't see with you,
Tell
Evan.
yes, no,
I didn't
no.
watch
I
no
really want
fight
to.
anything with you.
No.
I didn't watch that
No.
with
You watch my
I
hero
didn't watch it with
reactions.
you.
Oh,
I didn't watch
okay,
that
I
with
got
you.
you.
I didn't watch that with
Pick
you. I
a
didn't watch
show
that with
that you
you.
never
Nah, you can't
that
change
you
it.
didn't.
You can't
No,
change
that
it.
you reacted to
No,
my hero. I
no,
was right.
no.
You reacted
No.
to my hero. You did.
I
I am
did,
right.
but later,
So
but
all right,
not
let me
that
finish
one.
what I'm saying. Could you pick a show that you did not
No.
react to the series with
No.
us? I know you can. Thank you.
But what does it matter?
Thank you. That's
What
why
does that
you're a
have to do with
rookie,
your point?
and that's why you're a rookie.
That means I'm wrong?
No, I'm
Everybody's-
just
everybody's
saying.
trying to say I'm
I'm
rookie.
just
I don't
saying.
care
Yo,
what Robbie
I don't
thinks.
care. Yo, bro, I don't care what the
care
chat
what
says.
Robbie
Chat,
thinks. I believe in y'all.
chat. You guys
I believe
ask
in y'all.
Evan. Ask Evan to pick a fight that he did not have to
They
do a
already seen me
reaction
say
to.
I'm not going to.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, if you
Okay.
want to get tough, we could
There
get
you
tough,
go.
bro.
We
You don't
already
know
know
your
the
stuff,
vibes.
bro.
We already know the vibes.
Well, let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, I could care less what anything you say because you only watch
care what y'all
anime
say.
with
I
us.
care what y'all say.
That's what
I
I know.
care what
You
y'all
should
say.
care what they say because they know that you only watch anime with them. Literally, you
Exactly.
never watch
We're
anime without
together.
them. So they
Gangway.
should care because you
Gang.
watch anime only with
Gang.
them. So
Gang.
why wouldn't
Yes,
they?
we watch
You
together.
only watch it with them.
Yes.
Tell them what anime you watch without
Yes,
them.
we watch it together.
And that's what I thought.
We watch it together.
Guys, my
and
my
list
next.
is still better than Robbie's. Crazy. Go
That's
ahead.
cool, yes, because I that's cool if your list is better than mine. I'm picking shows I watch on my own.
Okay.
That I didn't watch with these
Then that was
guys.
a good fight.
Yes, because I like anime. I actually watch anime outside of doing reactions, Evan. So pick a reaction that you didn't watch an anime to. They're gonna pick it because they watch all the shows with you.
I
They should
feel
pick
you,
it.
I feel you.
Yeah, pick. Why don't you pick something that you actually watch out? Thank you. So like I can get back to my list.
can.
Number 6 is Demon Slayer versus Rue, episode 19, and that episode. Tanjiro, episode 19, and that episode's the biggest one because I feel like that was the first time I feel like the internet actually got shut down. Like that episode 19 of Rue, the graphics we seen in it, the animation from the artwork from the sword fight, it was on a next level of what we seen. And not only that, I feel like there was no anime at that time that did what they did. And I think ever since then, they put the standards high. Like if the rating was at like a 10, they're like, no, we're putting it to a 15. Now everyone can meet us at 15. And I feel like they set the bar for this generation's anime. And I think it all started with the episode 19. I will never forget the fight, Rue him even trying to like just the way he even finished it off, and then Nezuko also fought too.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna throw.
Yep.
Yeah, you froze both of them.
Oh, but you didn't say Tanjiro and Nezuko versus.
No, I know what I'm saying.
I heard Tanjiro versus Nezuko.
Yo, honestly, I didn't say his name.
You didn't say
I didn't say his name right.
And then he corrected. He
Yeah,
said
right.
Tanjiro.
I
He
didn't say
said,
the name
yes,
right.
Tanjiro.
I didn't say the name right. So
Yeah,
that's why.
You're right. You're right. And
So
then you
think about it, when I
corrected
first
yourself.
said- and I corrected myself again. That's why when I corrected, I said to you, and I said,
you're
I
right.
literally brought up and I given her credit. I'm like, oh, also
You're right,
Nezuko,
you're right.
because Nezuko had a huge part
Yeah, she was
to
the
do
blood
with
art.
it, the blood arc of it, and I feel like the Demon Slayer like 2 versus 1 fights be like the illest, because I feel like when you show that the enemy is that powerful and it's taking everything in you to defeat them, I don't think it's a show that does it better than Demon Slayer, because I feel like it's literally like, yo, bro, every blood sweat, every energy they got in them, boom, that happens. And number 5 fight is Gara versus Rock Lee. Gara versus
Rock
Rock Lee fight
Lee!
is probably one of the best fights I've ever seen in Naruto, for the simple fact, from the hand-to-hand combat, I felt like I was watching Bruce Lee fight. And Gara was one of my favorite characters. Wait, was he actually?
No, that
Nah,
was
Gara
your
was one of your
character
favorite
for a minute.
characters.
No,
Gara
but
was
I
one
don't know
of
if
your
he was at that time.
Nah, he was. I think
he
so.
was.
Yeah, I believe he was.
Well,
Yeah, I know for sure.
You was
for sure
rocking.
for
You were
them,
definitely
but yeah.
rocking with Gara for a very long period of time.
Yeah.
But that was very early, so maybe not. Like,
yeah, that's how I'm like.
Nah, but
Nah,
not
I-
you
bad.
might have liked them, but not like.
not like that,
I
because
think-
it,
I think
wasn't
Because
that.
you got your
you
back
didn't know.
going into Shippuden and stuff like that, so I'm pretty
Yeah, that
sure.
was the first one though.
No, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
but
you
I'm
started
saying-
liking Gara because of that Rock Lee fight, though.
Yeah, so
So it probably was around that time, because I remember that was pretty
'cause I was
much
gonna
the
say, that's the fight
introduction.
that made me like Rock
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna
I agree
say,
with
'cause I
that,
think
yeah.
that's the fight that made not Rock Lee, my fault. I always liked Rock Lee.
Rock Lee.
That made me like Gara, and Gara was the opponent I never thought I would like, because I just didn't understand what his moving technique was. But from the sand moves and what he was doing,
Yep.
and then Rock Lee taking off his weight, was that the same?
Yes, it
Yeah, it
was.
was
He
the
took
same
off
one,
his
but he took
weight,
off his weight,
and
yeah.
like it reminded me of Goku when Goku like it's like that anime feeling when all anime characters fight with weights on, like
Yeah.
weight things. And Goku, every time Goku, if you guys didn't know, well, everybody knows, Goku, that thing that Goku has on his weights,
Yeah.
that shirt and stuff. So every time he took it off, remember he would take it off so he could be lighter. He took his shoes when him and Vegeta. I felt like that. I got that feeling when Gara and Rock Lee fought, because when he took off the weights and how quick and fast he was, it was just so fire. But like I think at the end he almost died, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Rock.
Yeah,
Gara,
so
Gara was gonna kill him, and then Guy saved his life.
Well, that's because what do you call it? Rock Lee was going through the gates and stuff like
Nah,
that.
yeah, Rock Lee did the
Yeah, he was
Lotus.
going through the
He did the
gates.
Lotus. He went through the gates, and then he started messing him up. That's actually number 4 on my list too. Rock Lee versus Gara, and then he basically goes to grab him, and Gara's like, "Now die!" And Guy came out. It was
Nah,
like,
I thought
He just watched it.
I thought he grabbed him, right? He hit him with the Leaf Hurricane, and we saw him. He executed the Leaf Hurricane, but
Yeah.
he had like a sand bed, so it protected him. So
Yeah.
Gara didn't actually get hurt, and then Rock Lee was at his last leg, and then he said, "Said coffin."
yeah, he put him in a sand coffin. And
But
then
he
he was
crushed.
like,
He
now
crushed-
die.
He crushed his leg and he
Yeah,
crushed
his arm.
Yeah, his arm.
Yeah.
And then after that, he was about to do like the finishing move, and then Gara was heated because he was like, "Why didn't you let me kill him?" And then Guy was like, "Because I care about him. I actually care about this kid. I'm not gonna let you kill him." That was fire moment.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that was one of the best. Honestly, that's the best. Yeah, it's the best fight within Naruto series, like the first Naruto, the
The
original
tuning,
Naruto.
that tuning exam
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
That and the drunken Rock Lee versus Kimimaru.
Yeah, Rock Lee had Rock Lee and Guy Sensei had the best fights to me.
Rock Lee, they did him Dusty and Shippuden though, because in Naruto, in the first Naruto, Rock
He
Lee
was.
He's a legend.
He was him. Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
he was him. The
Kwame
drunken
Brown.
kung fu fight.
All right. So who's everybody went and did their
6
at least
and
1
5.
10 through 6, right? Oh, you
Nah,
did
I
5.
haven't done.
We did 6 and 5.
We did 6 and 5.
It's like you're 6 and 5, you're 6 and 5, and you did yours already.
Mm-hmm.
So you went.
You
Robbie
didn't go
just
yet.
went, so it's your turn.
It's your turn. You didn't do
Yeah.
6 and 5.
So my number 6 I already said was Majin Vegeta versus Goku, and then my number 5, man, my number 5. Now, no, I never thought that this anime would have a fight in my top 10.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know,
Oh.
I always used to give it, shit for not having some dope ass fights. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
I know what
But
he's about to say.
I guess 20-some years later, they got it right.
Got it right.
And they got it right with the right person.
Yep.
Because my boy, Zoro, destroys king, and I felt like that moment. I love how they dedicated an entire episode to it. Like, I feel like a traditional anime fight episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like the long, strung out fights that we normally used to see in One Piece. Although there was some exchanges in episodes before, but this episode was dedicated strictly to that fight, the exchanges, the powers, even the key. Like, it was just art, bro. It was just art. Like, and I've watched that episode multiple times, and I'm happy to sit here and say, yo, One Piece finally got one for me to put on this list, man. And Zoro being my favorite straw hat, I should say, in the show, I think is only fitting.
Yo, that's actually number 2 on my list.
Ooh, yeah, that's number 4 on my list.
That's number 2 on my list.
Number 2.
That's number
Zoro
2.
King number 3 on my list.
Ooh, how about you, Rob? What about on your list?
Huh?
Zoro versus King, is it on your list? Zoro versus King, you made it on your list? Because it won't made it on our list. Zoro versus King.
What?
Zoro versus King.
Yo,
King.
Joel.
What's he talking about?
Joel, come on, man.
What?
I was just making sure, like, we all
After the second, I'm like, come on.
we all like expressed that we was on the list because of fire and stuff like that.
was
Like,
great.
yeah, it was elite.
Yo,
like,
Walls wants to control people's list, bro.
And-
Like,
and-
are you-
and-
how?
great.
I asked you if it was on the list, bro. I didn't say put it on your
I
list.
just say you are. That's why I say
Yo,
you try to control their list. That's
jeez,
right.
That
bro.
was the best ending.
I
of
was
the
just making
screen
sure
on
that you
One
was
Piece.
represented right on this panel. You feel me?
Yo.
So, like, I wanted to make sure that you spoke your piece about that fight. You know?
That's when he showed. That's when he showed he was the real Zoro, right? When he did the Z on the screen.
Yeah. He showed he was the real
The
Zoro.
real Zoro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one fight that made it to all our lists besides Rob's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fire. Wait, what number is that? You said 2?
That's my
And
that's
what's
number
for
2.
you, Fav?
3.
Yeah, for me it's 4.
Wow.
2.
And that's your
2,
5?
3, 4.
That's your 5?
That's my number 5.
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Number
Number 6,
one.
Loki. So now we're getting into GOAT territory. So my number 6 and my number 5 are both from Naruto. Naruto Shippuden to be exact. So
Feel you.
my number 6 is Kakashi versus Obito. Just because of the build up to the fight, learning about their history with each other, learning about the rivalry that they had as a kid, learning the backstory about Obito, even seeing the artwork within the fight, even seeing the flashbacks of Kakashi and Obito going head to head within the fight, and just the emotion behind it, because there was a lot of love and there was a lot of pain behind that fight between the both of them, especially Kakashi thinking all those years that Obito was dead.
Yeah.
Just for him to be alive,
Just to be
and
alive.
for him to be the one pulling the strings,
Pulling the strings.
behind all of the Akatsuki and everything, and pretending that he's Madara all of those years, and even to see all the things that Obito did, and even the dimension that they fought in a whole different pocket dimension.
It's
That
a
was
whole pocket
insane.
dimension. It was different.
Like, man, what?
That's on my
And
list
then,
too.
Was it on your
It's
list?
different.
Huh?
Was it on your list?
That's number 2.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Obito vs Kakashi.
Okay.
That's one of the best hand-to-hand combat sequences in anime history. There's not.
Nah,
There's not a lot of
hands
things
down,
touching it.
hands
Actually,
down.
there's nothing touching it.
And then my number 5 is Naruto versus Sasuke 2. So in Naruto Shippuden, because wow, like the first one was amazing, and then the second one they just blacked out. They just blacked out. They went all out. They used all their powers. They used all their abilities, and for it to end with the draw and both of them losing their arms just shows that was another fight that involved a lot of emotion, a lot of love, a lot of pain, and just like something that needed to be happen. They've been talking about that rivalry for so long that it was just like, all right, we need to just shoot the fair one. Just one final fair one.
They didn't need to.
I
Even to
think
this
they
day,
needed
I'm
to.
like, Sasuke just wanted.
Nah,
to
we need
Nah,
it.
they needed
At the
to.
end of it, like
They needed
to.
they both
Dude.
got strong as shit, and then we wasn't gonna know who was like.
Yeah,
at
that's-
least see that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get you in terms of like that was fan service, but in terms of the story, it's like Sasuke really didn't need to fight Naruto.
nah,
I
he did.
disagree.
He
He
did,
didn't
bro.
need
He
to.
did.
I
So
bro.
why?
disagree.
So why?
Well,
Why?
first of all, like I said, the emotion behind their relationship throughout the whole entire series.
But
right?
why?
Their rivalry, like I said, the emotion behind their relationship, the rivalry behind their relationship, even going into Shippuden, right? Showing that they really cared about each other. Also, Sasuke was going crazy. Sasuke was like, yo, what was the plan that Sasuke wanted
He
to
wanted
do?
to be the
wanted to be-
Hokage.
and
Well,
that's
no,
why-
but
that's
why
one
he
of the
wanted to
reason
be
why they-
Hokage was another reason why they fought too. Because Sasuke had a plan that was wild. It was.
Now he really wanted. He wanted
He
to
just
kill
wanna be
all
Hokage.
the. I think the higher ups or something like that.
He
or
wanted
like,
to kill. He wanted to kill something to do. He wanted to do something. I
Either
forgot exactly
way, I
when,
feel like
but
it was important for
needed,
them to
bro.
fight because of the futures that they both wanted for the Leaf Village.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, Sasuke was like, no more. The most change I could do is by becoming Hokage. So like, everything he went through with his family, maybe he can lead a village differently so that things like that don't occur anymore and stuff like that. So I feel like they both wanted this dream, right? Obviously, now
He hijacked Naruto's dream.
Nah, he did. I'll give you
That's
that.
what,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
I think that's why I felt some sort of way about that.
But it was relevant to like his story, though.
It was relevant, but then it's like, yo, Naruto already been had this passion of becoming a Hokage. We already, like, since we met, it's similar to like Luffy's I want to be the king of the pirate. Naruto wanted to be Hokage. It's like it took Sasuke to go through all this problems, and then he wanted to be like, you know what? This tragedy happened. I went through this whole ninja war and stuff like that. I think I could possibly do a better job than Naruto. No, you can't. You just woke up last night and thought
But
you
remember,
could
it's
become
because
Hokage. That's
but
cap.
it's because
also
he was
because of the
blinded by
things-
the revenge on his
Oh,
brother.
well, yeah, well, Itachi.
And also, he thought that it was extremely corrupt of what they did to his brother too.
Yeah.
Making sure that doesn't happen again. Like, I could understand why you would want to be Hokage.
Yeah.
Especially after all of the talks that everybody's having with you. Rather than going into the village and being like, I'm destroying the Hidden Leaf Village. The alternative is be Hokage, even though his plan when
Was
he was
radical,
Hokage
bro.
was radical and it was crazy. But, I mean, it's better than I'm just going to destroy the whole Hidden Leaf Village. You know?
And that's still to this day one of the best. I think one of the best anime fights.
No, it is.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
taking away from like the actual fight itself. The fight was mwah. And especially where it was located and stuff like that. The statues and like what they symbolize. All that was dope. It just made me like, yo, Sasuke, you're in your emotions. We just went through all this shit. And you want to do this right now? Can we wait a week?
Nah, but
And you gotta
Naruto was
think
with
about
it.
You gotta think
Naruto
about
was
it,
with
too.
it, though.
And you
Of
gotta,
course, 'cause
and you
that's
gotta
his
think about
guy.
it too. With everything that Sasuke done, you still had to smack some sense into Sasuke because Sasuke was still thinking like a maniac. Like it wasn't like hey, we saved the day and we stopped what's her name Kaguya. We stopped Kaguya and everything's gonna be peaches and gravy. He's like, no, it's hard to change somebody's perspective when they went through all that trauma overnight. So he needed some sense smacked into him. So
I might
who
shoot
better
y'all
than a smack?
kneecaps if you try to do that to me.
So who better to smack some sense into him than Naruto? Even though it was a draw, but
And who's strong enough? And the only person strong enough at the time was Naruto.
Yeah, no.
yeah, nobody
Yeah.
else was nobody else.
All right, so we gotta move on because we have still 5 more picks. So should we do
Just
Five
do all
more.
of them.
the next 5?
Just
yeah, the
it's
next.
less than
I
five.
mean, a lot. It's
Yeah.
less.
Oh,
than
some of
that.
us have fast. Yeah,
And we
right,
got
right.
less because some people already said other people.
I got 3.
Yeah, most of
Okay.
mine are already.
Yeah, I
my
only
next
have
two.
one because the other things are already.
So let me
Yeah,
just
have
do these
three
super
more.
chats. Let me
Three.
just do these super chats real quick, and then
And
we
then
can
we
go
can
around
do
and
it.
kinda
Okay.
Yeah,
finish
let's
our
do
list.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got for $5. Doodle Head Cootie Queen said,
My boy.
I better see Mortal Kombat tournament. I need to see y'all doing fatalities.
We do need to do a Mortal Kombat tournament.
I really.
Mortal
yeah,
Kombat
yeah,
1.
yeah,
Yeah, Mortal
so
Kombat
yeah,
1.
Yeah,
we're
Mortal
doing
Kombat
that.
1. I
Yeah,
want
we're definitely doing
We was
that.
Yeah,
playing
what
that
up,
at
boy?
one point, yo, and I was
Yeah.
whooping your ass every day. So
No, you was
Nah,
spamming certain
yeah.
moves, and once we figured out your
You're
little
just a
thing,
cheese, bro. You're
it was
just a
like your
cheese.
ass, and we started being.
The
you.
cheese
Son of
is
a
the same
cheese!
person that does the same thing over and
You know
over
what's
and over
crazy?
and over and
Watch
over.
me beat you with it. That's all I tell you.
Not
Nah,
working.
we was whooping your ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro,
Nah,
your
that's
ass.
cap.
Yeah, we was whooping your ass.
That's
We
I
was
cap.
think,
torture.
I think
Yeah,
he's mixing
got a
up. I
flawed
think he's mixing up
ima-
Mortal Kombat with Tekken.
Huh?
Maybe.
I was beating y'all in Tekken and then Mortal Kombat. Don't get me wrong. Towards the end, you got better, and then I couldn't beat you. no more.
The
I could
end
always
is
beat
what?
you.
That day?
Immortal
that
When we
day?
played in
The end
Atlanta-
of that day?
Yeah, like what are you talking
No,
about?
when we played in Atlanta, that's when you was way better than me. I'll give you that.
In Mortal Kombat, you was beating
Yes.
me. Shut the hell up, bro.
Yo.
You
Yo,
had
just
2
lie, just
matches
lie.
where you was cheesing yourself out, bro. And after that, I was torturing you. I figured out how to use Scorpion. I was, get
Well,
the
you know
hell
what's
out
crazy?
of
You know
here,
what's
bro.
crazy?
This
You know what's
dude's an
crazy?
idiot.
I love how
You
Pat
have
just
it- you
used
have
cheesing
it.
for the first
when
time
we have
today.
our tournament, we'll see what's up. We'll see
bet.
what's up.
But
We got Anas Haddad donated €6 and said, "Are you guys doing a record of Ragnarok reaction in the near future? Amazing fights and sick animations."
That show's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be watching that on my own time. Yeah.
it's not on the list right now, but maybe in the future.
Haven't you watched on your own time too?
Nah, I didn't, but it doesn't matter because my list's still better than yours.
I know you watch all the
okay.
shows we watch
Yo,
together.
shout out.
It's okay.
Y'all listens to everything I watch with
And I can
you.
pick
Your
better.
list is everything I watch
So I can
with
pick
you,
better.
so I'm
So I can
happy.
pick better out of
Let's-
you.
I've-
I can pick better out of you.
my list is
It's
things
okay.
I watched on my own.
It's okay.
Jerry, you watched on your own, you
watch
said? My
track
fault,
on your
Jerry.
own.
What did you
Let
say
me
you
tell
watched
you.
on your own?
Record of Ragnarok.
Oh, bet. Thank you.
I got you. Satirically, Aaron. For $5 said Pat thinks Al Horford isn't a great shooter because according to Rob, Pat discriminates centers in the NBA.
That's
Thoughts?
cap. That's cap. And I can't say nothing anymore. Rob put me onto a post that was like, Celtics was like, a lead shooter. And it had Al Horford as having the second highest shooting percentage within the league.
So you admit to discriminating centers in the
No,
NBA?
I admit to not accepting the fact that he's not elite. I say he was great, but I recognize that statistics numbers don't lie. So it is what it is.
Facts don't lie.
Yeah.
Bet. Doodle Head Cootie Queen donated $20 and said their top 10. This is the first one that I seen with a lot of JoJo. So 10, Josuke versus Kira. 9, Giorno Golden Experience Requiem versus Diavolo. 8, Jotaro versus Dio. 7, Gohan versus Cell. 6, Kakashi versus Obito. 5, Ichigo versus Aizen. 4,
That's great.
Gogeta versus Broly. 3, Sasuke versus Naruto. 2, Zoro versus King. And 1, Luffy versus Kaido. That's a dope list, yo. You know what's crazy? I didn't pick any of the JoJo's ones, but I watched them and I was like, they just couldn't make my list.
They can't.
Another show we watched with you.
The only reason why Luffy and Kaido is not on my list is because that fight's not done yet.
You talk about a lot of things you know nothing about, so why you keep talking to me?
But I know about the
You don't.
Al Horford.
You don't.
Didn't I?
You don't.
No, I'm asking Pat. I'm
Whoa.
talking to Pat. Didn't I? I did it,
He
Pat.
knows
Thank
more than you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Who's Errol Spence? Name one boxing fight he had before against Terrence Crawford.
You said name one fight that Earl Spence had before
Terrence
Crawford. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Earl Spence. And if you want the live in
okay.
front of both views, I told you. But why don't you ask me
does
about the
say
person I bet on? Because I can tell you him.
Tell me.
Ooh,
Spence,
so
who he had a
nice.
fight with, he had a fight with
Terrence
Carlos.
Crawford. You're talking about Terrence
Carlos the boxer. Go look it up.
You're talking about Terrence Crawford, though, right?
Yeah.
The person I
Yeah,
actually
okay,
put
okay,
money
no, but you
on.
said Spence, you
So
said
all right,
Spence.
so what anime fight? Can you, guys, send a super chat and ask Evan.
Send it.
Name 3 fights that he knows from anime that he didn't watch
But
with us.
I already admitted.
Send a
I
super
already
chat,
admitted,
guys.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't
You
get-
want to
I'm
ask
not
me
a
questions?
liar.
I can
You're a
ask you.
liar.
I'm a liar. What did I lie
You
about?
just
About
mad.
boxing? I said I knew about. Did I ever tell Pat? Pat's a witness. The whole time, have I ever told you I know about Spence or Terrence like that?
No, we said in Texas that we didn't even watch any of his
Didn't I
fights.
tell you that, Joel? So thank you, Evan. But can you tell us? Can you avoid the? Can you tell us
I
3
already
fights?
said it. I
Name
already
3
said
fights
it.
that you didn't watch
I
with
already
us.
said it.
Thank you.
He can't name 3 fights.
He can't name 3 fights that he didn't watch with us. I don't care about your list, bro. Your list is based on us.
But it's winning.
These
But it's
lists is
winning.
on everybody else.
But it's winning.
Because it's based on
But it's
us,
winning.
Evan. It's on
You
us.
can't pick better
It's
lists
on
than what we
us.
saw, so I know
Evan,
better
what
than
do you
you.
mean pick?
So I know
I'm picking
better
what
than
I
you.
like. I'm not picking
Yes.
what people.
You
Are
seen
you
all the
wait?
fights I've
Where,
seen.
Joe? Are you picking? Is
You
this
seen
like-
all the fights
are you-
I've seen, and my shit's
Okay.
better. So it doesn't matter.
Are you picking based on what people like or what you like?
What I
Based
like.
on
So
what I
I'm
like.
based on, and I know all you like is what we watch. I'm saying
I
facts.
don't get that.
You're saying my list is whack. I don't care if it's what I'm
Okay.
picking what I like.
Okay,
That's what I'm
so
like.
you
It's
can.
not about what is cool or not. No, I'm saying
No,
you
no.
don't.
Joe,
I'm
we
saying
had
your
an
list
argument before.
has
Now
nobody
there's a
on it.
regular top 10. Now there's not a top 10. It's just what he thinks is cool. Okay, forget it.
It's not. Is it not?
You
what
argued
it's
with
not
me
the
a lot a
fights that
couple
we
weeks ago.
think.
That was how it works, but whatever.
What do you mean? This top 10 is about the fights that we like. We didn't even make a rank. Are we even ranking?
We did do criteria.
We're
We
not.
did
No,
criteria.
we're
We
not.
asked
We're
for
not.
We all had
So
different
are we?
criteria, though.
No, for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
So okay, that's my
I'm saying-
criteria. I'm picking the ones I like.
No, you're
What does
watching.
it matter that I
You're
watched
picking
with
the ones
you?
that you watched with us.
Okay,
No,
but I
you're
never
picking
argued
Evan.
that.
All I said is, which is facts.
And I agree.
Every fight
And
that
I
you
agree.
pick is what you want. So
And
what
I
are you
agree.
talking about? What are we arguing about?
You keep trying to
On
make
to
it a
the next.
detriment. I don't think it's a
Yo,
detriment.
I'm
but
just
you got
saying
that.
facts, Evan. Go.
You got it.
Like go. That's
Let
what
me
why
hear
you
the
mad
most-
about facts?
One of my most underrated
Someone's
fights
mad.
ever. I'm not.
Someone's mad.
Everybody say you're
Watch
making
anime on your
coffee.
own and you won't be mad. Just watch on your own
mad.
time, right? Just watch on your own time and this conversation would be over.
How many times did Robbie
So
said
go.
"Seen it
Thank
with
you.
us.
You mad
Seen
because
it
you
with
look
us."
stupid.
One of the most underrated fights ever is 8-gate guy versus Madara. The anticipation,
Facts.
the build-up, the hype, the roller coaster of feelings. We're all so high during that fight. Such a good fight. I don't know why I thought it said we were so high during that fight. I was like, what was going on there? We them boys donated $5 and just said gang, gang, gang. Shout out to
Gang,
We Them
gang,
Boys.
gang. Della Station.
And DFR Diesel for $5 said Rob on his period because Evan got better list.
Yo, there's a lot of super chats.
I
Wait,
ain't
there's a
make
lot
it
of
up.
there's
I
a
ain't
lot of
make
wait, there's a lot
I
of
ain't
no, there's a
made
lot
that
of
super chat.
Yo,
Hold
put
on,
it
hold
this.
on.
No, put it like this. Put it like this. There's a lot of super chats that Evan actually didn't read for reasons.
No,
I seen them.
I read all of them.
Evan, so if I pull
Today,
one,
today I
if
read
I
all
pull one right now that you didn't read.
Today I read all of them.
So
The only ones I don't read is like some crazy
no.
shit.
Someone wrote super chat. If I tell you the super chat and I find out, you're gonna give
If
me
it was
money.
crazy.
It wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy.
Oh,
You just
no,
didn't
it
read it.
wasn't
There's
crazy.
multiple
I
ones you
don't know.
didn't read,
If it
bro.
was crazy, go
Someone
ahead.
literally said, "Yo, Rob and Pat, teach me how to do play-by-plays." He didn't read that one. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm like. You're picking and choosing. I can do that too, Evan. I know you did. You said you've seen all of it. That's what I'm saying. Pick and choose. Picking what Robbie. I'm like, read everyone.
I didn't read that one either.
Read the
Levi
good ones
versus
too.
Beast wasn't a fight.
Yeah, read
some
all
of
the
them.
ones. I see every chat, bro.
All right, let me see. $5 Melly Bell say y'all watch Anime House over Villains versus Gear 5 reaction.
Not yet.
I
Not yet.
haven't
Yeah.
seen it. I actually haven't seen it.
Shout out RDC
Yeah.
though.
The only one other than that was that Robin Pat. Any tips on getting good play-by-play for $2 by Marcus Taylor, and then that's everything.
All right.
Any tips on getting
I
good
would've said
play-by-play?
you
Any tips on getting good
I
play-by-play?
don't know. Evan didn't want me
I
to
didn't want.
actually
He
talk
read the
about
one
it.
that came at Rob though. He read the one that came at Rob though. That's what I peep everything.
They know
That's
tips
what I'm
on
like,
getting good
I was waiting for
play-by-play.
Evan to do something like that because he's gonna read that, but you want to skip over that one too. Because you should learn too. You should be paying to learn too, buddy.
Yo, choose a sport that you actually really enjoy, that you're gonna be consistent with. Develop a template format that you really enjoy. Have the right equipment and be consistent. Yeah.
Rob, any advice on play-by-play, Rob?
No, I got my top 3 though, which I've been trying to say.
All right, let's hear it. You want to go first?
Yeah, I want to go first.
All right,
'cause
go
I
ahead.
think this fight right here is disrespectful, especially from Patrick. The fact that you didn't mention this fight, I know this hating ass dude wouldn't mention this fight.
Okay.
But this fight was monumental.
Okay.
This fight was epic. This fight had fire. This fight had depth. This fight was just straight savagery.
What fight is it, Robbie?
You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're
Savagery.
Wow,
I
they
have
really
no idea.
forgot.
I'll be
I'm
laughing at
talking
this-
about my boy, and he died. Yamamoto versus
let's
what's
choose
you.
that.
Wow.
that fight was.
That
You
fight
like
was-
that
Why would I
died.
pick that? My boy died.
I hate
That's
that.
a dope fight.
Pat hates
The
that
fact
fight.
that-
That's
I
why
hate
he's
that.
not
Hold on,
picking it.
That took away my last favorite character.
Hold on, let me
with the thing. Go ahead.
The reason why I like it is because he died. So before you say,
Oh, yeah, the
that's
opposite.
why I like the fight, because I felt like it was like, if you're really gonna pull up on Yamamoto the way he was, like, pretty much, I want to see if that dude was bluffing.
Yeah.
He came in with a plan, 20 years, and it was like we never seen deaths in Bleach. At least,
that.
yeah, I don't think we've seen deaths in Bleach. And honestly, I didn't think anyone was gonna die. I'm thinking like Yamamoto got this. Yamamoto came out with the flames and everything, and for it to go out the way it did, I just think that was such a underrated fight from one of the strongest characters, Yamamoto. And I don't think we've seen Yamamoto fight at all since then. And the fact that he made the whole Earth Fahrenheit, I don't know if it was it Fahrenheit?
It was hot. Like it was like,
It was hell, basically.
yeah, it was so hot that like the moisture in the air was burning and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And
yeah.
the floor, all that stuff, the whole scenery and the environment changed. And the way he died, like, blown off, like, it was just, like, so epic. And then to see, like, since then, I've seen no hope in Bleach. Since I've been watching, since that moment, I've actually have no hope in Bleach. Like, meaning, like, I don't know who's going to save who, like,
Yeah.
from that fight. And I just think the 20 years of, from what's that guy's name?
1,000 years.
It was 1,000.
1,000 years?
That's why he was able to beat him.
Yeah, 1,000 years of you. Yeah.
You haha. Remember it was 1,000
1,000
years.
years of
That's his name,
Yeah, it's you haha.
And Yuhaba.
You haha.
Yuhaba. Shout out to Yuhaba because I'm a person like being strategic. I like planning ahead. I like planning ahead, and when it actually comes to work, I mean, when it actually works out, I said comes to work. When it actually works out, and it worked out so lovely. The way he rubbed it in his face paws was crazy, bro.
Your boy got smoked.
Yeah, Rob thinks I'm going
Smoke.
to put that in there.
So that was my number 3, and my number 2, which I watched on my own, which was Kurama.
Come on, slow
You
down.
sure you watched it
Slow
by
down.
Bro, you know I'm bad with
Nah.
Who was it? It was Carlos the boxer.
Yo, Carlos the boxer.
I don't know last
Any
names.
Carlos, son.
I don't know any
He
last
fought
names,
Carlos
guys.
on the block, gang.
He fought some Carlos, but
Somebody tell me Carlos' name,
Rock
goddamn it.
versus Stone Cold.
though I'm talking about Kurama. I mean not the dude from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Not
Kuwabara?
No,
Kuwabara?
Kirama.
Oh, Karama. When he went Yoko Karama?
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, Kiyama. How do I say his name?
Karama.
Yeah, versus the other dude's name started with a K too. I forgot what it was, but it was in a dark tournament. If you want to know the exact fight, and I'm talking about when Kiyama, K whatever, the roses and all the theatrics in the dark tournament.
Oh, when he yeah.
It's when he went to that Fox
He went to that
form,
next
right?
Yeah,
form.
the
Yeah,
Fox
yeah,
form.
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that was so crazy because he, and the thing why I like this so much and I respect that is because those like that fight tournament was so real to me because they were fighting for survival, and it was like, I'm gonna fight 2 people. Like it wasn't like I'm gonna fight one and then you goes, I'm gonna fight until I can. Honestly, I think it was honestly like that. Like I'm gonna go in, fight, and if I lose, I'll go out until I lose. Yeah. And I think he fought a prior person before that, beat him, and then this was the second fight, and the dude was whooping his ass, bro, like violating him. He was trying to do the roast thing, and it was like how confident the opponent was when that dude changed the mist, and then he transformed into the actual fox. That. And it was like, I guess everyone knew of, like, it was like he was like a known, like, he was known in his past. So everyone's like, oh my God, the return of whatever the hell it is. And everybody's like, yo, watch out. He might not even have control. Like, he was like, yo, that's not the Quran. We don't want him to be like that. Trust me.
He was the nice guy throughout the whole group and stuff. Yeah.
And the dude that he was fighting was so confident. When that thing switched over, bro, he became so timid. Like, I never seen someone become so scared. Yeah. Like, it was like a complete 360s, and that was just the aura of that opponent was on him. And the crazy thing, I'm talking about, like, I'm both fights, so I'm gonna put both together. So the one he fought prior in it, and I think the beginning of the fight, you've seen more of the action where this one was the aura won the whole entire fight, and it shook the dude, and that's my number 2.
You are not gonna say number 1?
Oh, just say number 1.
Yeah, say number 1.
Number 1 is Guy Sensei versus Mata, and Guy Sensei.
I like that number 1.
Guy Sensei versus Mata was my number 1 because, bro, I just love the fact that they were like, yo, none of us could fight Mata, and you're the only person that has something taijutsu.
Yes.
The only person.
Hey, my boy, right?
The only person that was able to use taijutsu, and the way he was able to put it to Mata was so shook. Mata violated everyone, and we finally had an opponent that could go toe-to-toe with Mata. And it was, I know for you guys probably disliked that reaction out of all of ours because it sucked. We had to do that one during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
It was a COVID reaction. So I was in my bed watching it, and I watched it on my own right after, too. And that fight, it just made me fall in love with Guy Sensei. Like, it made me even go back to watch Guy Sensei's filler fights. Like, and if you guys don't know, Guy Sensei has one of the top fights in Naruto, and it's a filler. Like, they say it's the number 1 filler episode. And I think I watched that. I think that made me go back to watch the filler episodes and stuff. And it's just the martial arts combat and just the origin of Bruce Lee, like, or Jackie Chan. I'm not sure which one they're getting their imagery from, but I just love that him being honored in that way, and that Bub's cut, the whole look is just remarkable. And for him to be the most goofiest person and taking the task to fight the most deadliest person, I think it was the perfect contrast, if that makes any sense.
It does.
Yeah, that was I want to give you kudos for your Kurama fight, because honestly, growing up, my first watch through in Yu Yu Hakusho, Kurama was my favorite character out of everybody. Now that I'm older, I feel like I appeal more to like a Hiei.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But Kurama was my and I remember that moment and thinking like, dang, that's my character right there. You know what I'm saying?
My character's on fire.
Is it your way or my way?
I can go my top 3. So my top 3 is actually my number 4 was Levi versus the Beast Titan. Number 3 was Saitama versus Boros from One Punch Man. But I feel like that was, I didn't know an anime so goofy could have action like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of the greatest moments. And I watched that by myself. I didn't mean to say that. I watched that by myself.
You watch it by yourself. You watch it by yourself, Wells. You watch it by yourself, Wells.
I didn't even think you said it because I thought you said because you don't get, because we are gonna watch One Punch Man again with Evan. I thought you were saying it because of that.
Oh, no.
You're gonna watch it.
No. I was just saying it just regular, and I just remembered that, you know. I didn't mean to. Evan, I'm so sorry, Evan. I'm so sorry.
Don't make me call Carlos the boxer. I swear to God. And Kamamano.
Nah.
I called him.
So Saitama versus Boros, that was like, you know, a guy as strong as a Dragon Ball Z character, right? Yes. Boros comes in and still can't really give it to Saitama. It's like I feel like that fight put Saitama in the realm of he might be able to beat Goku. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was that fight, and I feel like that's a legendary fight.
People say, not even might, people say that he could undoubtedly beat Goku because he's just like that.
He's just written that way.
Yeah, he's
I can
right,
see
yeah.
that.
Which makes sense. He fights outer world beings and world destroyers. So
The definition
I
of a
see
broken character.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally broken,
Real talk.
literally broken character.
My number 2 pick is Meterum versus Netero.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a great pick,
I
man.
should have picked that.
Yeah. A lot of people
Damn.
had down their list. All the people that paid the super chat, most of them had it like 3 out of the 4.
I think Hunter x Hunter is like special in the fact that, you know, the main character doesn't always fight the strongest.
Yeah.
Right. And to see like Netero, we knew he was one of the strongest in the world in terms of nen users and stuff. Go head to head with King and do everything he could just to make sure he died. You know what I'm saying? Even if he had to sacrifice himself, and just the exchange of like seeing Meterum adapt to everything, to like his to Netero's flawless technique. Because you know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was possible that he could beat him, and the extremes Netero took to make sure that in the end Meterum died.
Yep.
I think that was amazing. And
That's
then
when I realized I was a go at predicting things.
did you predict that?
Or like when I said like the whole atomic bomb thing, how I was like he may die over time because a lot of people pass away due to like the what do you call it, the debris and stuff like that within it. Yeah.
It's just that, just the writing on how to beat Netero was just fire. Like I just think I had to do an atomic bomb on his ass, and even after I do it, Netero still is not dead. He's going to die. And I think I love that when it was like, wait, he's alive. Because in my head, I'm like, whoa, what? Like, he did all that. Like, I think I hate when people sacrifice themselves and the villain's still alive.
Yeah,
so when
I
he
hate
was
that.
alive,
Real
I'm like,
talk.
damn. But then when they were like, yo, no, he's going to die over time, I'm like, yo, like, we really had to go through all of that.
But I
That's
actually
crazy.
like that because, well, in that instance,
that
I actually like
instance.
that because Netero was OP and there was really nothing and no one that could defeat him. And
Meterum is the king. Netero is the
I mean,
old man.
Yeah.
I meant to say.
Now,
Meterum
Robbie was saying it too.
was
yeah.
no- too, I
yeah,
messed up.
that's what I meant to say. Mero was he was nobody could defeat him.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you got to resort to, that's what you got to resort to.
It's good writing.
Yeah, it's really good writing. Just for him not to be defeated is just let you know, hey, he still can't be defeated.
And I feel like moments like that is why I think Hunter x Hunter and like is my top 3 animes of all time.
I feel
like,
that.
It's never. I don't think it's gonna be a while before something even replaces that, because that arc, that first watch through with you guys is just like holds a special place for me in my heart.
Your favorite arc is the first one.
Nah, that was a
Ocampo.
Chimera.
Carlos Ocampo. Ocampo. Think I'm talking about my ass. Ocampo. You want the last name? I got you.
Ocampo.
So I said it when you asked me. I didn't know exactly the fight. Remember
Carlos
that.
Ocampo. Ocampo.
And then my number 1 fight, man, I told y'all that my favorite fights in anime come from Naruto Shippuden. So my number 1 fight. So unlike you, Pat, you know, some of my favorite characters, even though they die, I still hold them in high regard.
That's a great fight.
So Jiraiya versus
Yeah.
Pain is my favorite fight of all time in anime.
I love that fight with a
I
lot
just,
of heart.
you know, I just remember like every time I watch that fight, honestly, I get the same feelings. It's like I'm watching it for the first time again. And just seeing like, you know, this guy who we loved for so many years, right? Freaking just get killed off like that. And I don't know, man, like if you didn't shed a tear the first time you watched that, I don't know.
That would have been in my top 5 if I wasn't putting multiple animes like in my like top 10. You feel me? Like I was just trying to choose one per anime type of vibe. But that's one of the best fights ever.
That's definitely a great honorable mention.
That's a
And
great fight.
that's
I'm
a great
happy
fight.
when he died. It was just good.
He wasn't my favorite, so I would have put it up there. Yamamoto.
Yo, that's another one I'm saving to watch for you guys. That fight we were just talking about, that's another one I'm saving for y'all. So
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
So I'm actually so y'all know my number 2. I said my number 2 was Zoro versus King. So
Yep.
this is 4, 3, and 1. So number 4, I feel like people don't talk about this fight enough. And I guess I kind of get it, but like after watching it again, because I went back and watched it again recently, and I'm like, yo, this fight was crazy. But number 4 is Goku versus Beerus when
In
he
the
turns.
movie?
Yeah, but then they made it canon.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. When
Oh,
he turned Super
yeah,
Saiyan
yeah,
God,
yeah.
I was like,
Don't they go like in the ground and then
yeah,
fight?
they
and
go
stuff?
underground.
yeah.
or something. I'm
They
like,
do a
yo,
lot. They do a lot.
I'm like,
Yeah.
nah. I'm like, first of all, Goku had to turn go to a next level that he can't even access all the time, right? That we don't even see him access all the time in order to go toe-to-toe. Not even beat Barris. Just go toe-to-toe with Barris because we know he's not beating a god of destruction, right?
Nope.
So the fact that he was even able to get to that level to even, like, go head to head against Barris was just amazing. Just for Barris to be like, yo, I like y'all so much, I'ma trade y'all. I'ma trade y'all. That's dope. Especially because Barris came on some murderous intent. Like, I'm about to destroy your planet.
Yeah,
Like,
we thought he was gonna be the villain. Like,
we thought he was gonna be the villain.
Yeah.
And the fact that Goku earned his respect by going head up with him and then taking that dub. People don't talk about that fight. People don't talk about that fight a lot. But it is what it is. That's just me. My number three. I don't know if this is a recency bias. I don't know if this is a bias, but it goes to the Finessa, the fly dresser, Sanji. So you know I had to put Sanji versus Queen as number 3 on that list.
Zoro's
because,
number 2.
First of all, as y'all all know, Sanji's obviously my favorite character in One Piece, right? To have that animation moment with Sanji and to show him unlocking his power of pretty much being invincible because of the things that he was born with in the first time, and use it to the best of his ability to take down Queen, who was talking all that smack, who was disrespecting women, who he was fighting for the longest period of time, and he went crazy. Like, it was just amazing to see Sanji have that moment. So big ups to Sanji at number 3. That is my guy, the Finessa, the fly dresser.
Nah, I'm proud of that pick, yo. You really love One Piece, though.
Like the Finessa, the fly dresser.
Nah, he
Sanji.
does. That's all I
do love One Piece, but let's get to my number 1 though.
all right. What's number 1?
My number 1 though.
Number 2?
Huh?
No,
No,
you
number
already
two.
know it's
Number 2 was Zoro. Number 2 was Zoro versus. Number 2 was Zoro versus
King. Gotcha.
King. Okay. My number 1 is a fight that I talk about all the time. I talk about this
Yeah,
fight
I already know
all
what
of
it
the
is,
time.
yeah.
All of the time. I say that this is one of the greatest
Same.
anime moments, or if not the
Oh,
greatest
okay,
anime
okay, yeah.
moments, all of the time. Guys, Naruto versus Pain. Almighty push.
I could have put that one.
Like,
that's
almighty push. Remember, guys, the score
fight.
stopped. He said, the world shall know pain. The score stopped. I remember in that reaction, Joel looked at me and was like,
You ready? You ready?
yo, I remember just once you hear almighty push and he destroys a whole village, it's just like, wow. And then Naruto blacking out after Hinata dies. And then the change in the animation. We hadn't seen anything like that in Naruto. And I don't even know. We might have not even seen anything like that in any anime at the time. That's how crazy that fight was.
And I do want to say something about that to a lot of fans out there that were like praising Gear 5 but hating that fight for being too Looney Tune-ish and stuff. Man, y'all just some haters, bro.
Well, I mean, you consider that the fight?
Naruto versus Pain?
Oh, no, I think
And like the
one.
Luffy in Gear 5, like,
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
yeah, it was like they were saying it's too cartoonish.
No,
that's
but I'm
the
saying, is
purpose
that like
of
the
it.
beginning of, like, is that like, you get me? Like,
It's not done,
Well,
if
you
that's
can't
what you're
tell
asking.
me. Well, yeah, I'm assuming
It's not
that
done.
it's 3, 4, 5.
No, it's not done, but I'm saying like people were like praising, yo, this is just like
Yeah.
cartoons and stuff like that. And then when
I think you're more so saying because you was gonna put it on your list if it was done type shit.
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
done yet.
I would have put King.
Because it wasn't done yet. Like that's why I didn't even talk about Gear 5.
I would have. Yeah, that's the only reason why that wasn't on the list.
Because people say they don't like Naruto versus Pain fight because it was too cartoony. Remember when he's like,
Cartoony.
yeah, because remember when he's like banging Pain into the floor and
get the
stuff like
hell
that.
outta
Yo,
here.
I've heard a
Like,
lot of
we
people
all know
say
that's
that before.
crazy.
Yeah.
We all know
That's
that.
crazy.
We all know that Gear 5 is
That's crazy.
Wait, Gear 5 was the creator was one of the animators on Tom and Jerry who did it. Like, how much more cartoonish could you get than that? Like,
But I'm not gonna hold you. I've never in my life, and I watched that scene multiple times, looked at that Naruto and Pain fight and thought it was cartoony.
And my thought is that it's because he was Pain is literally like a puppet. Like,
Yeah, that's
he
why
could
it
do
looked
it.
like
Yeah, that's
that.
why he could do that to a character like that and
Yeah.
not make it look too cartoony because
He
he's
was
just
stupid.
yeah. But anyway, that
People
was
get
my
me heated
that was a side
sometimes.
comment.
and by
I
the
like
way,
your
I do
list.
love One Piece. One Piece is in my top 5.
Yeah.
I've said that. So, I mean, but number 1 is still Naruto, and I still have more Naruto on that list than I did One Piece.
All right.
But it's just, recency bias.
Whatever.
Okay, bet. So my 4 and 3 we already kind of talked about. So 4 was Gaara versus Rock Lee. 3 was Zoro versus King. And my number 2, this one was hard to pick. I got Eren versus the Jaw and the Cart Titan. When he couldn't control the Founding Titan without Zeke or Historia yet, and single-handedly was able to hold his own against 2 of the crazier Titans, bro. And I don't know what it is about like when they get these people out of the nape that like just makes it so crazy. But yo, when Gabby came and popped his top off, bro, that was crazy. Like I remember that reaction for us, like, wait, Gabby just shot his head off, bro?
Wait, that's not the same time though.
Yeah, it is. At the end of that fight, the one where he fights two Titans, and then he gets out of the nape, and then he starts dipping, and then he gets popped, and then she pops him.
You said who? So it's Aaron versus who and who?
I believe it's the Cart Titan and the Jaw Titan. Or is it the Colossal Titan? Is that what he's talking?
I thought you were talking about when Aaron first attacked Marley.
No.
My fault then. Okay.
Yeah. So I just remember that one, like it was super built up, and then Aaron really being able to hold his own without having control of the Founding Titan. I was like, nah, that fight was crazy. And even though most of the time I like the fights more with like when it has like the actual ODM gear, I thought that was one of the better Titan fights for me.
Damn, I'm trying to remember that fight. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
are you sure you're not confusing 2 and 1?
Am I? Is the Armor Titan?
Cause he did fight the car like, but I don't remember that being like such a grandiose fight. I feel like when he came out in Marley, he fought the Warhammer Titan and he fought like
Armored and Jaw Titan. That's what it is. That's why. Okay, they said I said it wrong. It was the Car Titan.
Oh, it's Armored and Jaw Titan. Okay.
My fault, yo, my fault. But yeah, that was the fight. My fault.
Okay.
And then my number one, I got
Oh, I thought that was your number one.
No.
Number one is the worst pick for number one of all time fights of anime, bro.
What is it?
You know what he's about to say. If he's about to say what I think he's about to say,
You
bro.
saw his list. What is it?
Nah, I didn't see it.
I know he knows it. That's why I know he's funny money.
On everything
All right.
I love.
Swear to God.
I didn't look at your list, bro.
All right, so you don't know my number one.
I think in my head I know what it is
What
because
do
you
you
brought
think
it
it
up
is?
earlier.
All right, what do you think it is?
It's Luffy versus.
No.
Oh, all right. I'm about to say. That's why I said. If he's
that was your number one.
What's crazy? You
That's
know
why I
what's
said
crazy?
if he's
I
that.
wanted him.
That's why
I wanted
if
him to
he's
say
that.
it first because I was like, I'm not trying to say it. I know it's that one. So I had to get him to say it.
No,
first.
that's why I'm like, yo. I said if it's that one because you brought it up earlier. Yo, you know I'm gonna have this one on my list.
Which one?
Luffy versus Usopp. You said
Oh,
that.
no. I never said I was going to put it on my list. I said, but if I was, like that
Wait,
was...
I thought you said
Hold
it
on,
wasn't
I don't
on
think
your
that's what I
Hold
said.
on,
Am I tripping? You didn't say that?
Evan, you ain't got no Usopp on your list?
I do not.
You not a fan, bro. You not a fan.
Is this what we like or what the people gonna
Yo,
like?
is this
Are
what
we
we
thinking
like?
what we like
But
or
I don't
what the
think
people
that's
Is
gonna
this what we
like?
like
I don't think
or
that's
is
the
this
best
what we
fight.
like or the people?
I don't think that's the best fight.
What's your
But
number one?
I have my number one is Daki and Gyutaro versus the Demon Slayers, Tanjiro Uzui, Zenitsu, and Unosuke.
Okay.
Yo, guys,
Okay.
Evan ain't
Where
got
they
no.
pop both their heads off,
That's
heads
season-
roll over. Super crazy, yo.
Evan ain't got no Usopp on his list, yo.
I don't. Yo, I'm not a what's the word? I'm not a biased person in that way that I have to do that. That's like right now, if you ask me who's going to win the Super Bowl, I'd want it to be Denver Broncos, but if we're looking at the facts, it's not necessarily.
No, that's
looking
not.
that
It's
way.
if saying what's your favorite game and you never said the Broncos. That's a perfect example.
No.
Yes,
no,
we're
no.
playing our top fights, our favorite
But
playoff
Usopp is
games,
not
and you
my
never
favorite
named
fighter.
a
Usopp's
Broncos.
not my favorite fighter. He's not the best fighter. Everybody knows that. That's just facts.
I feel you. I'm just saying I pick what I like.
Okay, and I don't
Not
think
what
that
the
he's the
people.
best
Not what
fighter.
the people like.
And he's my favorite
'Cause I can
character.
care less what y'all like. I care what I like,
Oh,
and y'all
no,
gonna hear
it's
what
all
I
bullshit.
like.
Guys, just for the record, remember,
It's all
Evan ain't got
smoke
no
and
Usopp on his list.
That is a
You ain't
fact.
got no Usopp in
You ain't
your
got no Usopp on his list.
Well, you already said what my last one that hasn't been revealed, which is the Demon Slayers versus Daki and Gyutaro. That shit was groundbreaking right there. But yeah, so yeah, 4 King versus Zoro, Demon Slayers versus Daki and Gyutaro, 2 Obito and Kakashi, Yusuke versus Togoro.
All right, there we have it. That's everybody, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
top 10. So you want to
Yo,
just run down everybody?
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I want to say this is number 1, but this is number 0 because my list goes to 0, and coming at and 0 is bigger than 1.
Yeah, King
Coming
versus Zoro.
at 0, Sin Uchiha versus Sakura.
All right, so yeah.
Well, you can. Shinichi.
So say from top
Who
to
the hell would
say it 10 to 0. So people
Wait,
remember,
who the
like,
hell
your
was
list.
Shin Uchiha?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Number 1 was Goku versus Broly.
You number 10, you mean?
Oh yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
10 was Broly and Goku. I think number 9 was it Kenshin versus Soto.
It was.
Number 8 was
I think your number 9 was different, but
Yeah, I
it
think
was
it
like
was too.
I think your number
You
8
got
was
it written
Kenshin.
down?
nah. No, I don't have it in order. I could just say
Oh,
this. I could just say the ones I
alright,
got, but I don't
yeah.
have. Let me just go backwards. 1 was Mata versus Guy. 2 was Kamara and Yu Yu Hakusho in the dark battle. Yamamoto was 3. Nah, when y'all do that, you actually threw me off. Nah, like, I try to think.
I try to keep it
It's because he watched it by himself. He can't remember.
Five was
King versus
no,
Law.
all right, Law and Big Ma was number 8, and 8 was Soto versus Kenshin. Number 7 was Law, Kid, Big Ma. Number 6 was Tanjiro versus Ru, and number 5 was Gara versus Rock Lee, and number 4 was Yamamoto.
Yamamoto versus Uva.
I'm tripping. Corpico Uvo
Was number 9.
9.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I said.
yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Mhm. All right, so that's Robbie's top 10. I'll go next. My number 10 was Kaneki versus Jason. 9, Ichigo versus Kenpachi. 8, Kenshin versus Ayoshi Shinomari. 7, Yusuke versus Togoro. 6, Majin Vegeta versus Goku. 5, King versus Zoro. 4, Levi versus the Beast Titan. 3, Saitama versus Boros. 2, Meruem versus Netero. And 1, Jiraiya versus Pain.
All right. My top 10. My 10 was Natsu and Gajil versus Laxus. My number 9 was Goku versus Majin Vegeta. Number 8 was Asa the Monster versus Yami versus Dante. Number 7 was Levi versus the Beast Titan. Number 6 was Kakashi versus Obito. Number 5 was Naruto versus Sasuke in Naruto Shippuden. Number 4 was Goku versus Beerus. Number 3 was Sanji versus Queen. Number 2 was Zoro versus King. And number 1 is Naruto versus Pain.
All right, my list, I got number 10, Gilgamesh versus Shiru Emiya. Number 9, All Might versus All For One. Number 8, Levi versus the Beast Titan. Number 7, Ukiura versus Ichigo. Number 6, the hell did I have number 6? Oh, Gojo versus Toji. Number 5 is Luffy versus Katakuri. Number 4 was Gaara versus Rock Lee. Number 3 was Zoro versus King. Number 2 was Eren when he gets his head popped off after fighting the Titans. And number 1 was Daki and Gyutaro versus the Demon Slayers.
Number 12 is Spike versus Vicious. 11 is Sword of Estranged Final Fight. 10, Deku versus Bakugo 2. 9 is Kurisugu versus Kire. 8, Toji versus Gojo. 7, Grimmjow versus Ichigo. 6, Gohan versus Cell. 5, Momoshiki versus Sasuke, Naruto, and Boruto. 4 is King versus Zoro. 3 is Demon Slayers versus Daki and Gyutaro. 2, Obito versus Kakashi. And 1, Yusuke versus Togoro.
I want to take one out.
Go ahead.
And I actually want to read my actual 10th list without restricting the number of picks from Naruto. Yeah,
I'm gonna say, let me give you my Naruto.
Yeah,
list.
I'll give you my
I'll
real
do your
list.
substitution and you do your read 10.
My real number 1 is Mihawk versus Zoro. I love that fight. I think it showcased how Mihawk is so superior than everyone, and it's like he treated his opponent like a bitch. Like he treated like a straight up bitch and violated him, threw him in the ocean. And it's one of the few fights I've seen Mihawk in, and I apologize, Mihawk. I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to bring hatred to this podcast. But all in all, that is my top fight.
I appreciate you for not bringing any hatred to this
Yeah,
podcast.
I think we all appreciate that one.
Very
appreciate
minimal hate in this.
Oh no, there's a difference between hatred and calling out bullshit. I always call out bullshit, but I hate it. I feel you. How many minutes you watch with us?
I never said it.
So my real 10 would look something like this. All right, guys. Number 10 would still be Kaneki versus Jason. Number 9 would be Zoro versus King. Number 8 would be Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance. Number 7 would be Kakashi versus Obito. Number 6 would be Majin Vegeta versus Goku. Number 5, Levi versus the Beast. 4, Meruem versus Netero. Saitama versus Boros. Itachi versus Sasuke would be number 2. And 1 would be Jiraiya versus Pain. That's how my real list would go, but that's like 5 Naruto picks right there.
Hey, man,
Tomorrow
you
before
should have
we
just
shoot-
went with your real list, even if it is 5 Naruto picks.
Nah, I wanted to spread the love a bit, you know?
Yeah, tomorrow while we're shooting, I'm gonna play the Majin Buu Vegeta fight scene to see
Nah, it's pretty long. I'm not gonna lie.
how long.
You
is
talking
it?
about the Majin Vegeta versus Goku?
The one whatever's on your list?
Yeah, nah, it's long. It's
Oh.
long. Yeah,
It's
it's
long,
like
that's a really long.
It's because
episode.
of
Yeah,
that's a lot of episodes and
it's
stuff.
a
So,
lot
but it's
of
really long.
episodes.
Yeah.
So read off the final.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
Super chats? Yeah, let's get these super chats real quick. We got Black Star donated $4.99. Much love, guys. Keep doing what y'all do. Can you please rank these 3? Law, Kid, and Zoro.
It's already in that order.
Well, say rank what?
Wait, what?
Rank what?
From
What?
3 to
Huh?
one?
It's already
three to
there.
1?
It's
Or 1 to
Law, Kid, Zoro.
3? Yeah, but 3 to 1 or
3 to 1.
Oh yeah,
From
3
what?
to
From
1
what
is
is it?
Law,
What
Kid,
is it?
Zoro.
To rank Zoro, Kid, and Law.
Oh yeah, Zoro number 1, Law number 2, Kid number 4.
How you put 4? They ain't even
Kid
four.
number 10.
my fault.
Yeah, yeah,
That was a
yeah,
useless
yeah,
pick right there. Hold on,
disrespectful.
that was a useless
Yeah,
pick. Huh? I
disrespectful,
mean, that was
yeah.
number 3.
Yeah, disrespectful. Then the next one we got, Jaxel Azari said, which goal is harder, Luffy or Naruto?
Like,
Oh,
to
like
get to
King
that
of the
point.
Pirates.
Oh,
Hokage.
yeah.
King of the Pirates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
bro, they still
there's-
fighting.
There's still a mystery. Yeah, they still.
But is it
he
because
still-
it's longer or because it's actually harder?
Put it like this. For all we know,
Pause.
there's only been one King of the Pirates that we know.
Yo.
You feel me?
That's true. That's true.
Roger's the
definitely one-
only King of the Pirates that we
Yeah.
know. There's 6 or 7 Hokages.
Yeah, no, you're
And
right.
nobody
and
else-
Kazakages and Mizukages.
Yeah.
You're right.
And how many other
Masamase,
people?
like-
How many other people with Naruto actually want to be Hokage, aside from Naruto?
Yeah. Nah, King
And then
of the Pirates
Sasuke at
harder.
the last minute, who really didn't want to be Hokage, he was just trolling.
Kiba.
It's a fake
Kiba
goal
got
too.
violated. Kiba got violated in.
To this day,
Kira
Kira still wants to be Hokage.
Yeah, I'm like,
in
yo, shut
Boruto.
up, bro. Like, get me mad.
David donated $5, and it's basically a man. We got to watch some Heaven's Feel movies. Post, man. He said the fights wipe out most of the other fights with just animation alone.
Yeah, I hope so, bro. Because if they get me mad talking and then one fight at the end, I'll be heated. Because that movie is 2 hours. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
You just watched a 2-hour movie today. You didn't complain.
That was a great movie.
All right, so
It
why
wasn't
you,
like that either. They was fighting since they fell asleep. They were fighting.
So why you sleeping on Fate, bro?
It's because Fate, you know, the dialogue in Fate is different.
But it's a
bro.
movie though. We never watched a Fate
Nah,
movie.
but the dialogue in Fate is different.
The
Pat.
dialogue is fights.
and it's like it's dialogue like
The
this.
dialogue is not fights,
no,
man.
no.
The
Like,
dialogue
it's like
is
no,
dialogue.
that shit's going like this, bro. It's like woo, 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 all this
Dialogue and Fate
information.
have
I'm
you
like,
lost. Like,
bro.
you'd be like, yo, am I still watching the same show?
yeah. It's like on, going. I'm like, nigga,
Yo.
2 hours, bro.
Yo,
That
that
really said the dialogue and Fate is fighting. And you boy, if you don't stop.
you fighting with words, bro.
bro, nah, I'd be fighting to read that shit. We got Marcus Needles Kane for $2. Said, is Claymore in the line of anime RTTV that we're gonna watch? I've never heard of
The only Claymore I know is in Call of Duty.
that. Me too.
Claymore.
Kagan Taka said, favorite Ippo fight. I have Takamura versus Hawk.
Yeah, I'll do that. Or what's that boy Rocky versus Ippo?
What was the best
Sendo.
fight? The best fight in
Mhm.
Ink? I think it's Takamura versus Hawk.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think they're right on that one. $5. I'm late, but did y'all include Takamura versus Hawk? Also, Jerry trying to clown IGN for having Ippo top is hilarious, considering he has Fairy Tail top 3.
Oh my god.
Hey, when did I try to clown IGN? And let's be honest, and let's be real. Let's be real. There was a point in time where Fairy Tail was one of the biggest animes in 2014. So what are you talking about? Talk to me nice,
That
sir.
boy just brought up 2014
Yeah, when was Ippo ever one of the biggest animes?
in the 90s.
It could have been. I don't know.
The hell?
Let's look it up. But like statistically
The
proven,
hell?
Yo,
But
that's
IGN put it there for a reason. Obviously, there's a point in time that Ippo was that.
statistically proven, Fairy Tail was that. So what are we talking about?
Statistically proven,
And it's
Ippo's
coming
one
back,
of
and
the
people
best
still
sports
want to
animes.
people still want to watch it. So what are we talking about?
Yo, I'm not talking anymore,
What are we
bro. I
talking
rock
about?
with
And
Fairy
I don't even
Tail.
remember. When did I say that? I don't even
You
remember.
said it
me
before.
saying
You
that.
did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I actually have the clip on my phone.
the way he's
Damn,
lying
that person
right now.
waited just for that.
Yo,
Damn, that person was waiting to catch Jerry sleep. Wait, they live right now.
what are
Send
we
that
talking
file.
about? Like, let's look at Ippo. Seriously, let's find Ippo on the top list, bruh.
Nah, he is.
Nah, yeah.
You
Ippo's
just
always
the
on
whole
top
thing
list.
is about that, bro.
It's very
Statistically-
popular. Nah, it's very
statistically-
popular, bro.
statistically,
You're
was it
tripping.
one of the best of that year? I
I
just
have
want to
no
know.
idea.
I don't know.
Oh, you talking about just 2014?
No, he's talking about in any year. And
There
I
was
would think
because
so.
there was a point in time where Fairy Tail was that
hottest
anime.
thing?
It
Okay.
was
And
the
I would
hottest
say
thing
that there was a point in
statistically.
time that Ippo was probably.
we don't
was
know
hottest.
that.
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
I
speaking
don't-
facts.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
And
it
I
was
don't
the
think that
hottest.
with Ippo.
You don't think there's any point in time that Ippo was the hottest?
Like number one, like outselling like One Piece, Naruto, and all that. Like
Wait, that's what Fairy Tail was doing?
yeah,
it was-
yeah.
it was-
Fairy
it
Tail
was really doing
yeah.
that.
Did that one year. Congratulations.
Hey, when did Ippo do
I
it?
can't talk actually like Fairy Tail now,
Like,
man.
what are you
It's like I'm just trying to find myself defending Ippo because
It's
it's Ippo.
It was lit.
But Ippo shouldn't be that
All
high.
the way. Also, shout out to Baki, yo. I ain't got to talk about Baki.
We got Marcus Needles Kane. Shout out to you, bro. He super chat a lot today. What's the upcoming anime that RTTV is gonna watch in the future? And Rob, why you getting mad? Isn't Evan the rookie? Yeah, I'm the rookie. And
I'm not mad, guys. I just don't like Bull.
There's a poll on our Patreon right now, guys. If you want to go vote on our next anime, it's like between like 10 of them right now.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say there's a poll on our Patreon on whether you guys want to vote if Evan is still a rookie or not.
We
I think I would win that one.
He's not gonna be a rookie until he
Yeah.
watches the anime by himself.
Wow.
You don't make
sophomore.
the criteria, and they already said I'm not. So
Who?
They're
They're
never,
not a part of
Yeah,
they're not
they
us,
weren't
bro.
the
We
ones
make.
that, they wasn't the ones that called you
I like your
rookie.
opinion. Your opinion is subjective.
All right, you know what? Yo, Wells, is he? Did he graduate yet?
He been graduated. My boy is out here, baby.
All right,
Alright.
bet.
You heard?
Shout
That's
out
your
to
roommate.
Maha. She donated.
Maha,
Japan.
what up?
And she
Shout out to
said,
Maha, yo.
she said, "What's up, RTTV? My favorite fights are Guy versus Madara, All Might versus All for One, Luffy versus Katakuri, Noiritra versus Ichigo, Noitora versus Ichigo, Nell, Kenpachi, and then Gon versus Hisoka."
Love that. Heaven's Arena Gone versus Hisoka was a good one.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Zurizule said, "Just a quick shout out to Evan for understanding the importance of the god Usopp. Big steps."
Yeah,
He doesn't because he's not even
Yeah,
on his
pick him
list.
on his fight,
What
bro.
are
How
you
does he
talking about?
understand the
He
importance
doesn't
if he didn't
understand that
choose
importance
it?
because he wasn't even on his list.
Yo, that's an L.
That means
That's an L comment.
I mean,
Appreciate the,
I wouldn't agree.
the donation, but that was an L comment.
Ain't on your list either. I don't want to hear it. But that's
Actually,
besides
it
the point.
is.
That's besides the point.
It
Every
is,
one of your
actually.
favorites, you didn't put Yamamoto?
I put. He died.
He was his favorite.
He got
I'm sorry,
violated.
My favorite character didn't die.
He fought a person that wasn't even that person. Why the hell would I put that there? The whole time he thought he was fighting you, but he wasn't.
Yo, Pat.
The hell?
Evan talks about Usopp more than you talk about Yamamoto.
Okay.
And he doesn't have him anywhere in my list. My number one was Yusuke versus Tagoro, bro. Don't talk about my list, bro. I'm me.
Tell him. Rook.
He said he really liked that.
All right. Back to our super chats. $5. I won't even read all that.
I was 100.
Yo, somebody said, Rob, why you talking crazy? I'll
talking crazy?
I'll pay Evan $1K to watch any anime, 12 episodes. Go anime.
Go
Shout out
get
to
it.
Easy
Go get
Bill.
your 1K, bro.
Yo, holla at me.
that
Like,
back.
right?
Get
Holla
that
at me.
back.
Right. He do be knocked out. You right.
That dude's cappy. He pay you jack,
Yeah.
bro.
Yo, Devin Granite's. Bro, if you don't mention Levi versus Beast Titan, we did.
Like 18 times, bro. You came in this chat late.
$5. They said Rob crying like baby Deku.
What are they talking about?
$5. Aki-chan
what are
said
you
my
talking
top
about?
3 fights in
You was crying
anime.
like baby Deco. I don't know what to tell you,
You talking
bro.
about right now?
No, you were.
Nah, it's
Oh,
way,
I'm
these are
like-
way earlier. These are way earlier.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Saber versus Berserker, Escanor
That was
versus
good.
Estarossa,
That was fire.
and Madara versus Guy Sensei was number 1 for them.
That was
Number
fire.
3. Sorry,
That's
I went
fire.
backwards.
That's
Guys,
fire.
why ain't one of y'all send a super chat asking Evan to name 3 fights outside worried about me crying? Why don't y'all ask him that?
'Cause they
Yeah,
was
if
worried
he's
about
a
you
rookie,
crying.
if y'all think he ain't a rookie, why don't y'all test him? They want to upgrade someone without.
Test him.
From my knowledge, Evan failed the last test he
him.
took, didn't he?
He did.
He did.
Yeah, so I'm like, how he graduate? Why don't y'all test him? If y'all, Evan's not a,
Wells.
No, Evan, no,
That's
no,
Wells.
no,
Wells
the
said he
super chat.
graduated.
Send
Look
in-
at your boy.
Send in super chats. Ask Evan anime questions. Y'all writing for him.
Evan said
bro.
Evan said Rockley was on Team 7.
Yes, he did. He actually did say that.
I did. Black Phoenix
really did
for
say
$2. Jerry still put Sanji as number 3 and put crying face. I don't know if that
He really should be number 4.
He shouldn't even be on this list for top fights of all time.
Nah, he should. He's his favorite. He has to put him there, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but hold on, wait. He had a great. He had a great
according
fight.
to your
He go to-
criteria.
Hey,
My
hey, and I put.
criteria?
Yeah.
Not my criteria.
You
I'm
said
putting
that
my
to me.
favorite on my
That didn't
list,
make no
yo.
sense.
Cause crazy.
Come on,
Dummy.
man.
Money More donated $10 and said it should have been Lee instead. His whole dream was to prove to the world that he can be a splendid ninja with just taijutsu. Madara declaring Guy the strongest would have been the perfect moment for that. I think they're talking about Hokage. Like,
They should have say that. Yo, say that he
Yo,
should
and then
have.
we ask him why he's.
Hold on, Evan, you
literally
can't say
said
stuff.
it.
I just said you wasn't a rookie
Bro,
no
I
more,
didn't-
bro.
didn't
You
say
can't even
context.
say stuff.
Yo, wow.
The context is right there.
Wow.
It's
What
right
should
there.
Wow. Yo,
Like it
which one
should have
is
been
X-
lead to reach
Yo,
his goal
yo,
of
yo,
being
yo.
a splendid
Yo, Wells, which
ninja,
one is
but
X-Men?
using just taijutsu.
Which one is X-Men?
That's not how I read it.
That's how I'm like. He said it
I thought
right
it said
in the
because
comment.
he's a splendid ninja. I didn't read it. I don't know. I read it messed up. But besides the fact, Jaquiel Irizarry is $5. If you're putting calls in, let me talk. Yeah, we're not gonna do no calls today. And then Jesus Hernandez for $10 said, wait, Rob didn't have Yamato versus Kabuto as number 1? Question mark.
Oh, wait.
There's no Yamato fights.
Oh,
I'm supposed to have
Actually,
say you ain't got
yo,
Yamato.
that's why.
I'm supposed to have Usopp.
That's That's why I love myself, because I looked on here and I actually put Yamato fights, and they don't consider that a fight. That's why I didn't mention it.
Goddamn
That's
right,
literally,
'cause
and
he
if
got
I could show you
violated.
it, they didn't consider that a fight.
Because he
Which
got
fight?
violated. The one he got 8.
Everyone I looked up was not. I literally put Yamato fights and said Yamato does not have a full fight.
Yeah.
And then they showed me fights of what's that girl's name? The other Yamato from One Piece.
Yeah.
They kept showing me, and I almost got spoiled, so I just stopped looking after that.
Wait, does Yamato have fights in?
To me, I didn't want to say the Sasuke one because he lost.
Yeah,
that
Nah,
one.
but
And,
does Yamato have filler fights?
I don't watch that much filler.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah, but that's pretty accurate. Every
He
time
was
got a
babysitting
field.
and just keeping the strongest person in check. You feel me?
But that's it.
All right.
I just
Bro,
saw
that's a
funny
lot.
comment.
That's a lot to keep
No,
someone
he
in
was saying
check.
that's it in terms of the donations.
Oh.
But that's
Oh,
also
that was
that's
it?
it of what Yamato
There was a
doing.
few of them that maybe
Did I miss some?
No, I think
If
that
they
maybe
knew
you
it
didn't
was me?
refresh. Yeah, I'll read them real quick from the
Yeah.
ones I have on my phone. Let me see. Let me keep going back. Okay. We have $5 from Alex. Would you guys ever rewatch Hunter x Hunter with Evan or get him to watch it alone?
Yes.
So yes, Evan.
He's
Watch
not.
it alone.
We know he's not. We all know
Evan,
he's
watch
not gonna
it
watch
alone.
it alone, guys. So we're gonna have a team of new people to watch it with him. So don't worry. All the shows Evan ain't watched, like One Punch Man, Hunter x
We'll
Hunter.
be back.
He will have a group of new people to watch it with him coming soon.
Facts. It won't be with Rob.
No, it will be.
It actually will be.
Idiot.
ass.
Marshawn donated $2. Said, can y'all rank all Luffy's gears?
No.
I always say 5 is number 1,
2.
4 number 2, and then
like
gear 2. Gear 2 number 3.
What's the one
I mean,
when he did the floor?
That's 2.
Yeah, that's 2. So it's the most. That moment is just too iconic. I put that rank at
number 2?
gear
I'm number
1, gear 5 1.
I guess there is no
2.
gear 1 that, so it's really just Frank at 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, could you get?
Basic
Base
form.
level.
Could you rank Snake Man? Could you put Snake
I
Man
guess
on
that would just be a part of gear
Gear
4.
four.
Yeah.
And that is technically facts. Shout out to my people in the chat. We technically did watch Naruto together with nobody else there, and we watched 2 episodes of Hunter x Hunter 2. I watched those by myself.
No.
people.
I'm talking about no live streaming, just you
I'll
and your
always watch it
TV
with them.
guys
I
by
will always
myself.
watch it with
I
my
know,
friends.
because you ain't gonna watch it by yourself.
No,
You're
I like
right.
to watch it with people. I was at my house.
I feel you.
I could have just
You
not
don't watch
watched it.
You watch a lot of
Yeah,
shows without
exactly.
people, do you? Right? A lot of your favorite shows
They
you don't watch
do
with
good
people,
on
right?
reactions, though. They don't do good on
Yeah, that's
reactions.
right.
You
There's
watch
shows-
it.
there's
Animes
anime
that
shows
don't
that
do
don't
good
do good
reactions.
reactions that you can
That's the
watch.
ones that I did. I did Naruto on
I can
stream.
name
No,
5
no, I'm
animes
saying-
I watch
I'm
by
saying
myself that
shows
don't
that-
good with
You
reactions.
can watch the shows that we don't react to.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can watch shows that
I
we
didn't
don't
watch
react to.
Spriggan, yeah.
Huh?
King
I could get
RKB
Gangsta, Black
23 donated $3 Canadian dollars. Said just check the stats and Epo outsells Fairy Tale.
God damn!
Shut the hell up.
No,
Wait,
but
wait.
I'm gonna talk to you for nice.
Are we talking about
That's because
manga?
of Carlos the boxer.
Are we talking about manga? Are we talking about? Hold on, wait. Are we talking about manga? Or are we talking about the show?
It don't
no,
matter.
No.
It don't
No,
matter.
you can't do that because Joel literally said, "Yo, it's outselling these mangas," and that's why I said, "Oh,
Okay.
That was the standard." Because
No.
I literally asked you that.
Yeah. No, there was moments when yes, Fairy Tale was doing that. I think he's talking more on overall sales over time. I think maybe Epo has it because it's still going.
Oh yeah, manga. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's why I was like, don't say on stuff you don't know because we
That's
just
why I was
assume.
like-
Nah, but no,
because you just assume based on it.
Wait, but I also did say I don't know if Ippo had a year that it was one of the biggest animes, and I'm saying that Fairy Tail had a year where it was the biggest anime, and that's something that I do know. So I wasn't really speaking on anything that I didn't know.
No, because Patrick said you think Hippo wasn't. You said no, it wasn't. You did say that, and then that's what.
But then I also said
you correct yourself later.
Yeah,
but
and
you
I corrected
argument
myself. I
started
corrected
by-
myself, and then I'm like, you're right. I don't know because you're right. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tyler donated.
Hold on, real quick. Just remember, guys, he didn't know.
I didn't know.
Tyler donated $5. Said, "Yo, Wells, do you ever plan on reading the Boruto manga?
You should.
It's crazy the time skip comes out next week. Okay,
You should watch it, honestly. Let me read it.
I have.
Why would he? He don't like Boruto. He wouldn't even give him the assist.
Nah, cause I think
Like,
he would actually
my
like
boy
rock
really
Boruto.
said, yo,
I
he
like
finished
Boruto,
the off-
bro.
He
I like
finished him
Boruto.
off with the move. Literally, the last
It's
move to
disrespectful,
end the
though.
dude. He said he was not
Yeah,
part of the
that's kinda
fight.
crazy.
It's not
though.
Boruto.
You know how many? I swear, Goku done that before, where Goku ain't doing nothing, and he just throws a power and everyone else is handling it, and we would still give Goku credit for
Facts. It's only because Boruto's a
that. But
kid.
it's Boruto.
The
Why?
show's called Boruto. You're not gonna put Boruto
It's
in it. It's
because
Kid the Corn.
the highlight of the fight on
What's
why
Boruto
that fight
doing
is
that
that fight.
No, I'm not
is
arguing that.
really
The
the
highlight.
Sasuke and Naruto
But
versus
Joel, now you
Momoshiki.
cannot lie. That couldn't be considered a highlight. That they faked it. He came on that low key. To me, that's a highlight.
He's a part of the fight, but that fight is not famous because of what Boruto did.
It's not.
And yeah,
It's not.
Yeah, and that's really
But
what
he's
my
just
argument.
part of
That's
the
what.
fight.
Yeah, he is a part of the
Just
fight.
like Sway Lee's a part of what's that
Sicko
song?
Mode.
Sicko
Sicko
Mode.
Mode.
Just give him.
He's a feature, bro. Boruto's a feature.
Googly donated $2. Said, "Hey Rob, where's your Chad Yamato Uryu fights?"
Chad, Uryu, and Yamato fights.
Hmm.
Bro, I have none of them, and I watch animes on my own. So I have so many animes that I watch on my own. It's gonna be very tough. I would have to have a top 20 list. I could actually give you a top 10 list with no shows we watch
That's
at
a
all
fact.
here.
That's a
No,
fact.
And
he
honestly,
definitely- he
I ain't gonna
definitely
lie.
could
I
definitely
really
do that.
wanted to.
Bobby could.
That's the stipulations I really wanted to see, like to learn different animes that could other fights I could watch. Because Cabinet Iron Fortress, I wanted to mention that, but I know none of y'all really know about that. And I could hear other animes that Joel watches on his
Yeah.
own, Jerry watches on, like Ragnarok. He could have brought up a fight there. So
Like
I kinda
Darwin's
like
game,
that.
there's a
Darwin-
good ass
this-
fight in there. So yo, Black Lagoon has some fire ass fights with
Baki.
the maid.
Baki, even though it's over exaggerated.
What about you? Evan, you have any?
Shaman King. I got
These
some-
men
I
so
got some-
emotional.
I got some
They
Shaman
remind me
King.
of my bitch. That's how I feel about Rob.
You got one, Evan?
No,
Yo,
you remind me of my
Give me
bitch.
one. Give me one.
Okay.
Joel, give me one.
Give you what?
Anime that we haven't watched that you'll be like, yo, that fight was fire.
Top fight.
You can't hop on my.
You guys
dick.
haven't
can't.
watched the Connect You. Oh, they did though. From a
Not watched it
anime.
too.
You did watch.
He did watch it. He watched season 1 online with people.
Come
Alright,
back,
donation.
come back to me. come back to me. Okay, Mr. Pastige donated €2. Said, "What about Saitama versus Genos?" We mentioned that in the honorable mentions.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
Mike Strike $2 said, "What the f, yo, Evan? No cap. Watch link click
He's
for
not.
1K.
You
12
could name him.
episodes."
He's not, guys.
Wait,
don't
so you're gonna give
don't
him
even waste
a-
your time, yo.
What do you say?
It's Evan in his feelings.
Watch link click for 1K. 12
Be in
episodes.
my feelings. Everybody
No, I
watch
said
this
I'm in
woman.
my feelings. No, I said I'm in
Alright,
my
I was
feelings.
about to say.
Because I want you to watch anime on your own, and I'm tired of
You're
you
in
not.
your feelings.
That's why I'm in my
You're in your
feelings. Watch
feelings.
anime on your own,
You're a
bro.
woman.
Bro, be part of the community. Watch it on your own.
I
That's
am.
why
They love
I'm
me.
very emotional
They
about
love
that.
me, man.
No, you gotta be a part of the community and watch some anime by
Yo,
yourself.
you gotta be part
Watch
of not my
gangster,
dick
bro.
club. You gotta be part of that one.
Yo, relax.
You gotta be a part of that one.
tranquilo.
Someone's
Bro,
in
you
their
guys-
feelings.
Yeah.
Someone's
Me?
mad.
Watch this whole
crazy.
episode. You'll see.
You can see Evan's face.
There's an
Look at
Evans
him.
intervention episode right here, bro.
I know, it's
I'm
great.
trying to get you to be a better anime watcher, bro. That's all it is.
Hey, I'm a great one, man. We do it all right.
Yeah, you
Ismail Aiden donated €2. Said, "My top 3 is AOT, Haikyuu, Villain Saga. Thoughts?"
Shout out to Haikyuu. Haikyuu is absolutely
IQ's
amazing.
a fight.
No, he's saying
no,
anime.
Anime,
top
yeah.
three
He's saying
animes.
anime.
It's
Haikyuu
Villain
is
Saga.
Haikyuu is the best sports anime ever.
They said
Period,
Haikyuu,
point blank.
Villain Saga, and what?
Hey, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Attack on Titan.
That's okay.
Haikyuu is the best sports anime, and the worst one.
No
is-
father. No father Eric.
Father Elric. Nah, I don't think they have. There's great fights on there, but like, nah.
Nah, Fury Bradley, that fight that he had,
Oh, with the tank.
that shit was crazy, bro.
With Mustang when he's
That was a crazy fight too when he was on the ground and shit like that, snapping like 80 times.
Best anime fight of all time is Naruto vs Sasuke at the end of OG Naruto. Jesus Hernandez donated $5 for that. K
K say K
Jiggity.
Jiggity's, yo. K Jiggity, yo. Yo,
He's
we
on
got
the deck.
smoke for this one, gang.
He said, "What's good, RTTV? How y'all doing? Just coming to say what's good to my favorite YouTubers. Also, I bet money that Evan wouldn't get one Naruto question
I got one Naruto question.
right, and I'm up for the challenge.
I told you,
Anytime.
It's already there.
Y'all want him not to be a rookie? Challenge him.
Yeah, challenge me,
That's
please.
why I'm like, yo, they just want you to skip you.
And this is a quote from from a very famous person on his podcast. Says Zoro will beat Mihawk soon. Quote from Carlos
Why?
the boxer.
Carlos the boxer.
Carlos.
Carlos.
Yo, guys, just
Carlos!
remember when I was asked that, I
My man
answered it
prayed he knew
immediately.
Carlos.
No, I actually
Please.
watched the fight before,
Please,
Evan.
God.
I actually do a career of
Please.
play-by-plays, and I take it serious, unlike some people.
I don't believe
and
it.
I study
I
my
don't believe
craft.
it. I don't
Hey,
believe
the
it.
results are showing, so don't believe it. I feel you.
Okay. And that was from Black Phoenix, so thank you, Black Phoenix.
Shout out to Black
And
Phoenix. That was funny as hell.
Zero Zul said, "Real talk, Yu Hakusho and Ronnie Kenshin being brought up made me so stoked. First 2 anime I ever got into. Quality taste right there. Appreciate that, Zoro.
No problem, bro.
And if you don't know, Spence versus Carlos was actually one of his 2 top biggest fights. Crawford, whatever, was one of his 2 top biggest fights. Remember that. So when I was answered that, that's why I said that one first.
Carlos the boxer.
Carlos Campolo. Campolo. I don't know what his last
Camp
name
Laszlo.
is. Camp Laszlo.
Yo, golly.
That show is trash as fuck, bro.
And I've never seen that because he ain't into that.
I never seen it.
But he put money up and lost to me. Why don't you bring that up too?
Oh, I did. No, I did.
All right, guys. Well, that
was
all
enjoying
donos
the
right
super
there,
chats.
man.
That's some good. Yo, shout out to everybody that donated today. Everybody that took the time to donate for put out your your top 10s as well. The people that stayed tuned with us and stuff like that. Everybody that was throwing their comments in the chat as well. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna come back with another live reaction.
We'll be back September 6th.
Yes, sir.
I have a topic for you guys, but you guys could mark that in your calendar. September 6th will be the next live podcast. So everyone when's the next one? Y'all heard it here for September 6th.
September 6th.
And make sure you check us out on our Patreon. We got a lot of new shows. We got One Piece's full reactions, Bleach's full reactions, Jujutsu Kaisen when it returns full reactions.
Yes, sir.
We got for you Fairy Tail going stupid. We still got One Piece on YouTube going crazy for y'all.
Yes.
I know y'all ready for that Zoro King fight because I got a lot to say about it. So stay tuned for that. And make sure you check us out on RTTV Extra. This weekend we got NBA, the USA FIBA games, USA versus Solvina, and we got a game versus Spain on Sunday this weekend. So make sure you tune into that.
And our hip hop podcast with Flacco.
Yes, we got a whole new name and it's gonna be introduced, photo shoot and everything coming soon. So everybody that been asking for that, stay tuned for that.
Yes, sir. And y'all could check me out on my stream as well, man, on Wells_RT on Twitch. I'm live reading One Piece manga, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm all caught up on both. And
Boruto, he's gonna get into that too.
Hopefully one day. Nah, I actually really do.
I think you should. I'm not gonna lie, yo.
I actually really do want to get into that. It's just schedule is jam packed because we're watching ReZero, we're reading Solo Leveling as well, so it's jam packed. And then you guys can check me out on me and Taylor's channel where we're reacting to Game of Thrones and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is Taylor's first time watching those, so check me out there. Taste Cup of Joe.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna have an update on my stream moving forward sometime this week. I was having some technical difficulties last week, so which is why we couldn't really move forward with anything. But gonna give you guys an update sometime this weekend on Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest and also on Star Wars Rebels. So stay tuned for that.
I told you to stop using Virgin Mobile for your Wi-Fi, bro.
Yo, listen. Patrick's lying for clout.
It's all that corn, Jerry. It's all
that corn is building
that
up.
That corn is like it's like a buildup on your router.
You gotta delete your cache.
Well, why corn?
It's all that corn, bro.
Why corn?
Yo. And make sure y'all pull up with us tomorrow, man. Thursday. Me and Jerry will be on Twitch. We doing live commentary on the NFL this year, man. That's what I watch off stream. Come watch some shit that I watch off stream every day, all day. Come rock with us every single Thursday, Sunday, Monday. You already know once the season begins, we here.
In a fight, I just want to say in a fight that you guys haven't seen that I watched off screen, is Akame versus S Death from Akame Got Killed.
Fire.
That's one of my favorite animes too.
Fire.
Yes, sir. And guys, if you guys want to see a Creed reaction, make sure you go to RTTV Extra. We just posted that today.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Guys, if it's your first time here, I promise you definitely won't be your last.
Nah.
So make sure you kill, murder, and smash that subscribe button. I go by name Rob City RT.
Patrick RT.
It's your boy DC.
Too much corn. It's a maniac. Wilkins _RT.
And it's your boy Wells, the Anime King.
And that settles it at
The Round